like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. We Simon that power we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. In unity we go dey strive. Fight for freedom, we go alive. With courage and strength we dey fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. Simon and power, we go march along. From the east to the west, we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, oh, I call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall. Maka Biafra, we no put arangi onyendu. Here, Simon Efa, Opa Tobie.
Witness me, I want to remain in the street because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts, Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
I want to let the world understand what the so-called founding fathers of the Zoological Republic actually said about Nigeria. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs. They do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. Nigerian unity is only a British invention. Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, 1948, a founding father of Nigeria. The second one, Nigeria is not a nation. It is a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigeria is a mere distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, 1947. Now, lastly, let me tell you what Nnamdi Azikiwe said in 1964 after the so-called independence of Nigeria. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Then, should the politicians fail to heed this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Katanga, will be a chance play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. These are the historical facts that nobody can deny. We have it in abundance. So, their three founding fathers have, none of them actually believed in one Nigeria. All their founding fathers. But tomorrow now, you see Guardian write the founding father. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. But your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. It is here now.
The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell them, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodimma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to wear Obada. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to the Aruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
The path we are pursuing is a path of pressure, relentless pressure to ensure that Biafra comes. How are we going to employ that pressure? There are only two ways to get your freedom in the history of the whole world. Freedom can be gotten only two ways. One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party. Yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the house or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go through the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight.
The relentless drive of the Janjaweed to conquer everybody else.
I was told that in Kuwait, they have categories of citizenship. They have the first class one.
People don't know what is coming, do they? They have no idea. I feel sorry for the zoo. They have no idea. Any day that all of you gang up to support your one Nigeria garbage, the more you're digging your collective graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. Can never be fixed.
All right. So we are reading from the book of Obadiah, from chapter 1 from verse 10. He said, for violence against your brother Jacob, for violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever. Are you all listening? Let me repeat it again. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10, say, for violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever. All of you have seen the way the people who claim to be fighting for Biafra, you know that this is a special week we are, okay? What has happened today? Some of them, all the things they have done in the past, they have gone back to it and start taking glory. They are taking glory. After they wage violence against their own brother. Let me read from 11. In this one, go to Nigeria. In the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that strangers carried captive his forces, when foreigners entered his gate and cast lot for Jerusalem, even you were as one of them. Hey! Are you people following? The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 11, say, in the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that strangers, Fulani government and their politicians, strangers carried captive his forces, when strangers entered his gate, when strangers entered our land, and they cast lots for Jerusalem, even you, the people that claim they are fighting for Biafra, even you were one of them. Even you were one of the strangers. Even you were one of those who have come to carry the forces captive.
I want to encourage every Biafrans to be very, very, very resolute and focused. The difference between us, the Biafra people, and those that are blackmailing and propagating all manner of falsehood against us is that they are two-faced people, corrupt, very unbalanced people, and we are not two-faced. These people that are parading and spreading all this falsehood against us are those who believe in Biafra and they believe in Nigeria.
Only one under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who in this restoration process. So on that note, I welcome everyone to this fundraising. The finance department in the area of any indictment or anything, because we know our prime minister didn't do anything wrong. He is doing exactly what we are doing. All the killings that the Southeast and South delegitimized governors are doing, that is what our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was preventing. That is what Nnamdi Kanu was preventing. And the whole world have seen how Finland took away our Prime Minister. And within that period, hundreds of innocent Biafrans have been murdered by Christopher Musa and Tinubu using the reintegrated terrorists that they imported into the Nigeria territory. That is what is going on. And that is something that Biafrans have risen up and said, no more. So we are still waiting for Finland to accuse our prime minister of anything. They've held our prime minister going to almost 3 months now, 90 days. He did not commit any crime. But from what Finland has done, we have now discovered there is a history of what Finland is doing to suppress Christians, to suppress freedom of speech, and to destroy innocent Biafrans using the globalist agenda, which Finland is part of right now. That is what Finland is doing.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome every one of you that has connected to this program. Wherever you are connecting us from, I welcome you and I thank you for being part of the program. If you are watching us from TikTok, I welcome you. If you're watching from Facebook, I welcome you as well. And those of us who are here on David Herbert channel where the program is being hosted, I appreciate every one of you and I welcome you once again to this amazing program. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone. As always, for those who are seeing us for the very first time on this platform, and those who are going to see our video for the very first time, I want you to know before you proceed to watch that this platform is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. United States of Biafra is a country that is just a few months ago that was declared on the 29th of November 2024. The United States of Biafra is in the old southeastern region of Nigeria, which is today the present southeast, Lower Kogi and Lower Benue. If you are on that area and your mother is tying 2 pieces of wrapper, you are part of the Biafra. This is the Biafran area. And the Biafra we're talking about has 40 states in it. The 40 states have its governors, its counties, and its administrators who are there managing the affairs of the Biafrans. Our landmark and map are out there for you to study and watch to see. For those who are confused, who don't know the area or the location, the map for the United States of Biafra is already out. It has 40 states, has its governors and counties and local, whatever you can call it. Everything that the government has, it has it. We have our army, we have our defense force, we have our air force, and we have our navy. This is the government that we are defending and protecting on a daily basis. And that government is under the control, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, and under the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the control of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. She is managing the affairs of the United States of Biafra as a surrogate to the Prime Minister until he joins us soon. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. We don't come here to push any blackmail or propaganda. In this platform, we do not come here to speak against any race or religion. Our concern is the freedom of the United States of Biafra and its people. The recognition of the United States of Biafra and its people. Our concern is to reveal the atrocities of Nigerian government in Biafra territory. Our concern is to tell our story to the world. The human rights abuse that is going on in 21st century in Nigeria, which is carried out by Nigerian government. The atrocities of the government of Nigeria in Biafra land that is not reported anywhere, not in the conventional media, not on international media. Independent media, everybody shut their eyes away from what is happening in Biafra land, but we will not be silent. That is why we take it upon ourselves to come around every morning, as long as Chukwu Kabiama gives us life, to speak and tell the world what we are going through in Nigeria. As we speak, genocide is still going on in Nigeria. The Nigerian government declared war upon the Biafran people. They called it asymmetric warfare, and later they engaged into a jungle warfare. That's the name they gave it, and they announced it in their conventional media. But unfortunately, no media is reporting this very conventional media and guerrilla warfare that they have there, and they have engaged against Biafrans. Nobody's reporting it. The international community doesn't pay attention to it. The international media is not paying attention to it, and we will not keep silent because genocide is going on in Biafra as we speak. In 21st century, and nobody cares, nobody reports about it. Human rights abuse to the highest level. Man inhumanity against man is happening in Biafra land as we speak. Nobody cares. Instead, the international community is aiding and abetting this very genocide in one way or the other, more especially the British. British are very, very active in this genocide that is happening in Biafra land, directly and indirectly. Every one of us know that British is the one controlling the government of Nigeria and the affairs of Nigeria, because Nigeria is their company and remains their company. From the moment they amalgamated Nigeria, it wasn't the one nation, it has never been a nation. They held people of diverse values, diverse thought, people that doesn't have any similarity in any way. They forced them together and continue to use their loyalists to manipulate every citizen in that country to their own interests. And all they are pursuing is the wealth, the innermost wealth that Chukwu Okike has deposited in Biafra land. We did not place ourselves on that position. We were born into Biafra land, not by our will. We did not decide to be there. Chukwu Okike Abiama, God in his infinite mercy, brought us in that very land. And we found it, and we have to take care of it and maintain it and do what we have to do with it. Not some strangers from somewhere, all the way from Europe, to come into Nigeria to manipulate the people who are today subjecting Biafrans to inhuman treatment. The most painful thing is that those that they have handed the power over into their hand are not even in that very location. The Fulani Janjaweed has nothing to do with Nigeria. They are not Nigerians. These are foreigners as well, just like the British. They are foreigners. But the British found favor in them because these are fugitives and vagabonds that don't have a home. They decided to trade the land of the Biafran people with these idiots. And from that moment onwards, they have continued to perpetrate evil and commit atrocities in Biafra land unhindered, and nobody seems to talk about it. The atrocity started since 1945. Biafrans has continued to lose their life without any provocation. It went on until they engaged in civil war, which the British actively participated to take innocent life, more especially of children, starved to death. Millions of children starved to death. And up to this moment, nobody has been held accountable. It is sad that in 21st century, when criminals that are involved in genocide should be held accountable, the British government, United Nations, and all the international communities are dining and whining with those that committed such atrocities. Those who actively participated in other genocide have been held accountable. Many of them have been sentenced and jailed, ranging from Holocaust to anyone you can name of. Everyone that participated in it today has faced the consequence of their action. But in the genocide that happened in Biafra land, which is the greatest after Holocaust, the next genocide you can talk about or you can compare to what transpired in Holocaust is the Biafran civil war. They call it civil war, but it wasn't. It was complete genocide. A situation where the helpless Biafrans, without any ammunition, with empty hand, engaged the whole world for complete 3 years. The British were supplying ammunition, the Russians were there supplying, the French were there. To an extent, the United States was also part of the war. And they were all going against the little David, Biafran people. And they fought and fought for 3 good years, until they were tricked into believing that there is no victor, no vanquish, and they should come back to Nigeria. And our forefathers were tricked and they convinced to come back and see that things will be done right. When they came back, they were told that there will be reconstruction, rehabilitation, and reintegration. These 3 items that were promised by the Nigerian Zoological Republic never implemented. Reconstruction was not done. Rehabilitation was not done. Reintegration was not done. Up till this moment, our heroes that fought in that war today are still being remembered. They are being reminded of what transpired in the war. Even their children today. Instead of rehabilitating and making sure that they forget the past, they continue to remind us of the atrocities they committed in Biafra land. When the late Muhammadu Buhari was there, you had a statement that he will speak to us in a language that we will understand, taking us back to where we are coming from, trying to dig in that wound again. Reconstruction was not done. In reconstruction of our country, we did it by ourselves. Up to this moment, there is no presence of the federal government in Nigeria, in Biafra territory. A place where the whole resources of Nigeria is coming from. A place that made Nigeria what it is today. In all ramifications. Without the Biafra land, you cannot talk about Nigeria any place in this world, both economically and in human resources. Wherever you go, you mention Nigeria. Ask that person, where did he come from? Out of every 10 people you will meet in the world that are making difference, that are from that area of the world, 7 of them are from Biafra land. 7 are from Biafra land. And the other 3 are from Ududua land. Go and verify. But in this area where you have brains, in this area where you have the golden fowl that laid the golden egg, nothing is done in that land. the land is left fallow. The chicken that laid the golden egg is dying of hunger. Starvation is ravaging everywhere in a place where there is enormous wealth. And you want us to keep silent and pretend that all is well. We will not. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Just like we had our Supreme Leader in the court say that he has the right to agitate for Biafra, and he will continue to agitate for Biafra, and you can't stop him. It is his right. Likewise, we are here activating that same right to agitate and to go back home and take over our land as we have already done on the 29th of November 2024. It is not that we will, we have done it. And we are going ahead to take over our land fully without permission from anybody. Freedom is taken, it is not given, and we are on that path to take our freedom. My fellow Biafrans that are watching this program, wherever you are watching from, I want you to stay strong. Do not shake. The enemies will quake. They will try to distract you. They will try to convince you. They will come with all manner of attack from east, west, north, and south. Do not be distracted. Do not be dismayed. Remain strong. Victory will surely be ours. Because of all these enormous challenges, the Biafrans has made up their mind to continue to pursue their freedom. And as you all know, today is Monday, a very important day in the course of pursuit for our freedom. Monday is a very special day in the mind and heart of every Biafran, wherever you may be, more especially those living in Biafran territory. For the past 4 or 5 years, it has been a lockdown every Monday. Every Monday, the entirety of Biafra land is shut down to demand for the unconditional release of all the political prisoners of Biafra in Nigeria and the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of IPOB. To demand the exit of every official that is working for the Zoological Republic in Biafran territory. A day will come in numbers to show the world that those who are serving the zoo in Biafran territory have lost legitimacy. They have lost it. A day will come together to legitimize the government of Biafra, the United States of Biafra. It is a very special day every Monday. Nobody is being forced. It is not by force. This is something that the Biafran people have agreed within themselves. You know, initially they were trying to accuse our prime minister of pushing us towards that. But today they have seen that it has nothing to do with the prime minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria. They said he's the one inciting the Biafran people for one thing or the other. But you can see that for the past 3 months, our prime minister has been silent, and the sit at home continues, even to the highest level. Everywhere is shut down completely, without anybody coming out to enforce. When we said it was an agreement by Biafrans, many didn't believe it. Our prime minister did what he has to do to support the cause of Biafra and to defend Biafran people, and he has been doing that. The only thing they succeeded in doing is to take him out of the picture so that the enemies will now have the boldness to come and attack Biafran people. We know that the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpan-Joko, the prime minister, cannot keep quiet or watch anybody invade Biafra land. They knew. The voice of our prime minister, Mazi Simon Ekpan, was an earthquake. And hearing him alone bring shiver into their bones. They decided to silence him. The only thing they succeeded in doing is that they created a gap And since then, they allow their terrorists to come in, both those in uniform and off uniform, and they continue to take innocent lives in Biafra land. They did not stop at that. The Janjaweed, the government of Nigeria, used the governors to continue to create one outfit or the other, security outfit or the other, against the people they were supposed to rule. None of those security outfits is created to defend the people, to protect the people against kidnapping or against the terrorists that are invading the land or killing our people in their bushes. None of those security outfits was established for that purpose. You go to Imo State, every attack they are engaging in Imo State is against the Biafran people. We have seen them on video, where they brag. They get an innocent Biafran that is unarmed, and all they have to tell him is that you are a Biafran, and they take his life. They engage a non-state actor, a criminal, a known criminal, the pig in the creek. They engage the pig in the creek. And he entered into Biafra land and continued to take innocent life with every opportunity he has. Of course, he doesn't have the nerves to engage the Liberation Army of Biafra. They do not have the nerves to venture into the zone of the Liberation Army of Biafra. Each time you see them operating is always in communities, in areas where Biafrans are living. And they will boldly cover a video where they are taking the life of an innocent Biafran, an unarmed civilian that has nothing to do with military engagement. They take their life. We have seen them on videos. Sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria through the governors. We used to see that every minute of the day in Imo State until Anambra State joined suit. The criminal who called himself a professor in Anambra joined them for his own personal and selfish interests. This was an idiot that came into power. And the first announcement he made was that he was going to release all the members of IPOB that were detained in Anambra State. Up to this moment, no single one of them has been released. He's coming to the end of his first term. The promise is made to release all the prisoners of IPOB, people that did not commit any offense. He even went to visit them and told them that he will fast forward their release and make sure they are released. Ask Soludo, where are those members of IPOB that he went to give a false promise? Instead of releasing them, what he did was to turn around and begin to fight against the people he was supposed to process. Promising them he's going to make Anambra State to be Japan. Today, Anambra State is not just Japan. Anambra State today is Afghanistan. Anambra State today is like Somalia. That is what Soludo has succeeded and continue to do the same. Forming different kinds of outfit in Anambra State to cause mayhem and destroy lives. And I have played so many videos that came from Anambra State and confessions of what Soludo is doing in Anambra State. And I will try to see if I can find one of those videos where somebody was lamenting on the atrocities of Soludo in Anambra State. This was a man who was supposed to save Anambra. I want you to watch and see one of those confessions.
First state in Nigeria. Anambra people are the most terrorized people in Nigeria. After my mother's burial, I decided to stick around for a while so that I will be able to move around the state and see things myself. And all I can say is that Anambra is in the state of anyhowness, the state of absolute madness. The state is in a total mess, and the government seems helplessly confused, or it just lacked the willingness to tackle the insecurity situation in Anambra State. Everybody in the state is scared. In a normal society, people would leave occasion early because they did not go with car. But in Anambra State, people would leave occasion early, very early, because they attended that occasion with car. You cannot drive around Anambra State with a relaxed mind. You must be careful of the car coming behind you and the one in front of you. You must not allow the one behind you to pass you. Nobody knows who is who. Everybody is suspecting everybody. the most dangerous thing to do right now is to drive a relatively clean car in Anambra State. The state is in a total mess. There is a total collapse of security in Anambra State. And the craziest thing is you cannot distinguish between security men and the kidnappers, because intermittently you see Sienna bus, SUV or commercial buses with armed men, marks armed men with their face covered, looking very scary. You wouldn't know if they are security men. You wouldn't know if they are kidnappers. So you are not relaxed. Anambra State is in a total mess. Soludo is grossly incompetent as far as security is concerned. He is focusing his attention in only two local governments, Agwata and Oka. Other local governments are at the mercy of kidnappers and the Ndiakodo. There are some group of touts they call Ndiakodo in Anambra State. And they are empowered by a professor to be assaulting, molesting, intimidating people for whatever reason. Once you are on dread, they will cut off that dread and deal with you, beat you mercilessly, lock you up. They will nearly kill you for having tattoo, not for committing any crime. Instead of addressing the security challenges we are having in the state, Soludo unleashed India Kodo on our people, on our youth. This is not governance. What Soludo is giving to Ndi Anambra is not governance. And I hope Ndi Anambra will speak in the next election.
You have heard the cry of an Anambra people. This is an eyewitness, somebody who went home to bury his mother. And at the end of the day, this is his experience in Nigeria, in Anambra to be precise. When we talk about the issues and the things that are happening, some people will think we are making it up. But when we continue to speak, the person they are talking about is somebody who supposedly is a professor. But I'm not surprised when I saw him being appointed by the late Muhammadu Buhari as one of the members of the economic team that destroyed the zoo. This man was part of it. And that was why when he was coming, we were here broadcasting and saying there will be no election in Anambra State. We never supported the election because then we already made up our mind to walk out of the zoo. We are already in the process of restoration of Biafra. But some idiots, some of them are complaining today, who are crying today. We are the ones that joined and say, oh, go and vote. Oh, you are free to cast your vote. But today, most of them are complaining and crying on different forums. Today, what Soludo is doing is creating one security outfit or the other to intimidate the people, to harass the people. With all this complaint, instead of him changing, what he's doing is extending further. Now he has established a new security outfit, which is meant also to terrorize and torment people. The new security outfit he created, we saw them take the life of innocent citizens, all in the disguise of pursuing kidnappers. They paraded innocent citizens in the name of kidnappers, and at the end of the day, it was discovered that these are innocent people, that their entire community came and testified on their behalf. And luckily for one of them, he survived and he came to testify. The rest of them were shot dead. As if that's not enough, 3 boys who were working on a site, people that had their homework, working on a site, who had a contract that was given to them by a reverend father, who came to confirm that these are my workers and they were working. They went to the incomplete building where they were working, took them from that place, brought them and shot them dead, 3 people. And unfortunately, the people he shot are from his own village. We saw it come online. There are evidence. I played the evidence here. You saw the families testify of the children. You saw the families mourning. And everybody went about their business as if nothing happened. The governor never uttered a word. And nobody responded to that very action. The federal government never reprimanded him. And he continued to destroy life as we speak. Terrorizing Anambra State. Preparing himself for the second term. The only motive he has to bring what he's bringing today is to force people to make people scared, to make people afraid of standing up for themselves. But I know that the Biafrans are not fear. We are fearless in the presence of our enemies. Today, one of the biggest enemy of the Biafrans is Soludo, and he must be confronted. We have seen him today destroying the homes of innocent Biafrans, going about and destroying the tradition of the Biafran people, claiming he is fighting ritualists and fighting whatever. But we have seen that the people he's going after, he's not genuinely doing that. And the way he's going about it is not the way a sensible person does something in 21st century. It doesn't matter what you are trying to project. You must respect human rights in everything you do. Whether you are dealing with a criminal, you are dealing with a fraudster, whatever law you want to pass and execute, you must have to respect human rights. It doesn't matter what crime the person has committed. The right of that person must be respected. That is the same thing we are talking about in the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, where his whole right have been stripped of him. Against even Nigerian law, they abuse the right of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in their own court. Something that made Mazen Nnamdi Kanu not to be silent, and he began to speak. That is exactly what Soludo is doing against the Biafran people in Anambra State. We do not support crime. We do not support evil and atrocity. We don't support any form of evil. But when you want to fight evil, you must have to obey the right of a human being to live and pass through the process of the law, which the Zoological Republic even have it in their constitution. In as much as their constitution is just a piece of paper, they can't even obey that piece of paper. Anybody can come and arrogate himself power. You go and destroy people's house, destroy themselves, and you look at what they are doing. The pronounced criminals that we all know are politicians. And the second of them that are among these people they are chasing, they don't even deal with them the way they deal to others. The people they destroy their houses are those who doesn't have anybody to speak for them. We have seen them on videos. The people they are going after, destroying their house, using them as an example, are people that have nobody to speak for them. The real people who are the perpetrators of this evil, they are treated as special guests. Even when the government invite them, they invite them as special guests, give them a first-class treatment, showcase them and video them, and in the name of they've arrested them, and the next minute they are back in their homes. And you think these people mean well they don't mean well for you. The movement is only meant to instill fear in the ordinary people. It's to instill fear on the ordinary people so that you cannot be able to speak your mind or voice out your opinion. From the very first time Soludo has come to power, this he has continued to do on a daily basis, and we will not keep silent and pretend that we are not aware. So wherever you are and you're watching this program today, we must prepare for what is ahead of us. We must prepare. We have a very serious issue to focus on. But it's unfortunate that some of us have left what we are supposed to deal with, and they are focusing on blackmail and propaganda. It's either you are for the United States of Biafra or you are not. It is either you are promoting Biafra or you are not. The choice remains yours. Remember the word of our Deputy Prime Minister, that every single one of us has the freedom of association. You are free to associate with anybody you deem fit. It is your right to associate with such person. But in associating with that person, do not drag us along. And do not use anything that contains Biafra or has to do with Biafra in it. Today is Monday, a day that we have all agreed to continue to drag the world, the mind of the world, to what is happening in Biafra land. No matter how they try to hide it, Biafran people cannot be cajoled. They cannot be, they can't threaten us. We continue to speak to the world. We continue to decimate all the blackmail and propaganda. But you, as a Biafran, don't allow them to use you. They don't mean well for you. They do not mean well for you. It doesn't matter under which disguise these people hide. Some of them will hide under the Biafran government. Some of them will hide under politics on doing good for you. Some of them will hide other different kinds of things. Always apply your common sense to know who you are following and the direction you are going. A lot of things are happening and more will happen. Yesterday, for some of us who are on the program yesterday, where the Secretary of Defense was invited and he spoke on space to Biafran people and the world. Many of you must have watched that program. And if you have not watched it, please take your time to go and watch that program. It is important. Because even in my program, so many people have come to ask questions on defense. And I told you, you must be patient until when it is time for defense to come and respond. Because in this platform, we don't discuss the issue of defense. We don't discuss the issue of defense. The Department of Defense have their time to come and brief Biafrans on things they are supposed to know. And every sane person knows there are some issues in defense that are very confidential, that cannot be discussed in the public. The only people that do not know this are those who are ignorant, or those who intentionally want to make trouble, or those who intentionally want to create chaos. Apart from that, every sensible person on this planet Earth knows that when it comes to defense, there are so many sensitive issues that cannot be discussed in the public. And when you ask questions on that direction, do not expect to have an answer. And that is why we don't discuss defense. That people should wait until when it is time. People who are professional on that field will come and brief you and tell you what you need to know. I thank Chukwu Okukabana today. The Secretary of Defense that we have in the United States of Biafra has been the defense minister from Mazi Simon Ekpa. It was Mazi Simon Ekpa that appointed him. And he has been present all the while that Mazi Simon Ekpa have been making success. All the while where we have been making success in the struggle on the restoration of Biafra with the Liberation Army, he has been there. He is very much aware of every single thing that have transpired. It's not as if he was just appointed yesterday by the Deputy Prime Minister. This is somebody who has been on that position from the time our Prime Minister was there. Our Prime Minister appointed him, and he has been functioning effectively on that very post without any complaint until our Prime Minister was taken away from us. Then there came an attack against the defense. The attack was fully against defense, starting from the men on the ground to the government. I am laying this foundation so that some of you, when you go and watch that program, when you hear him speak, don't think that he's somebody, an outsider speaking. It is not an outsider speaking. This is somebody who has been there from the time he was part of the success that we are celebrating today. He is part of the success you are celebrating. Those things you are wishing will happen, he was part of it. And today he is still the Secretary of Defense. The deputy also is a professional on the field, a professional on things that have to do with defense, who has served and fought in the war front in a foreign land, based in the United States. So we are talking about people that have experience on defense. It is not just like picking somebody on the ground who doesn't know his left and right. The people that are managing the defense of Biafra are professionals. They have been there. They understand what it is. They know the sensitive things, and those that are not sensitive will be discussed. And that is why whenever you bring the issue of defense, we tell you to keep it aside. Wait on the right time. The right time came yesterday. And unfortunately, Biafrans were there to ask their questions. And I believe all those questions were answered yesterday. All those important questions were, if you were not there to ask your question, maybe you wait until the next opportunity will come. Then you can ask your question. I shared the link. We advertised it for people to know about it. So I see no reason you will not be there to ask your question. But if for one thing or the other, maybe because of your appointment or you're busy, you were not able to be in that program, go back and watch it. You might get an answer to your own question. Go back and watch that program. There is every tendency that you get an answer to the question you have been asking. And if you don't have the answer there, you wait for the next opportunity to come. But don't come here and ask me security questions, because I will not give you an answer. I will not. I know my area of jurisdiction. I know my boundaries. And I don't exceed my boundaries. But as long as my jurisdiction is concerned, whatever I have to tell you that you need to know, I will definitely do so. My fellow Biafrans, you should be very careful and mind what you listen to. Mind what you pay attention to. Nobody knows it all. Nobody can come and claim that he or she knows everything. Nobody can come and claim that you have more information than the other. When it comes to defense, the only people that have the absolute and truth information are the Minister of Defense and his deputy. Even to an extent, there are certain things that the deputy knows that the defense minister doesn't know. To an extent, there's something that the defense minister, the Secretary of Defense, knows that the deputy doesn't know. So the only person that can claim absolute knowledge of what transpires in Biafra defense is the defense secretary. The defense secretary. So for anybody to come out from anywhere and begin to claim this or that, I tell you that it doesn't matter the information you get. Be patient and verify. Don't go and run about it, and at the end of the day, you make yourself a liar. Don't go and say people called you a liar when you made yourself a liar. You can't be too sure of anything. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in one of his broadcasts. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, I am the only one who knows everything when it comes to the issue of this very restoration of Biafra when he was in charge. Then when it comes to restoration of Biafra, the IPOB, he is the only one that knows everything about the IPOB. Nobody. It doesn't matter your position. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, it doesn't matter your position. It doesn't matter who you are. He only tells you what he wants you to know. The same thing in this very United States of Biafra today. That is why when I see some people challenging the Deputy Prime Minister and talking trash, I'll be laughing. When you challenge her on the issue of the United States of Biafra, it means you are insane. The only person that has the absolute knowledge of the things that have to be done and the things that have already been done in the United States of Biafra is the Deputy Prime Minister. As it stands today, until our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, joins us. So if you are somewhere and you are claiming to know this because somebody called you on phone to give you an information, you are a fool. You are deceiving yourself. I cannot make such claim that I know everything. In as much as I get enough information from all angles, get calls from everywhere, get videos from everywhere, from inside and outside. People consult me on daily basis. They call, they make their opinions. Some bring informations. But that doesn't mean I know all. That doesn't mean I will come here and begin to tell you something that is unfounded. The only information I will hold on and be bold to come and speak about it is the information that is being given out from the government itself. Any information that comes from the government, I deliver it without looking back. I deliver it fearlessly because I can defend it. In all instances, I can defend it, give you instances, give you examples, and give you why it is being done. But I can't be here talking based on some information that somebody gave me from somewhere, somebody I don't know, or somebody who claims to be part of the government, and he's not even part. I'm telling you that you don't know anything, even if you are inside. The only person that knows everything, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, is him when it comes to IPOB. In the United States of Biafra today, the only person that claims the knowledge of everything is the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi And if you challenge that, you are a fool. If you challenge that, you are a fool. You are just deceiving yourself. And she will tell you what you are supposed to hear, what you are supposed to know. You don't expect her to tell you everything. The same thing in defense. If anybody comes to claim to know the defense today more than our defense secretary, you are a fool. You are deceiving yourself. When it comes to defense today, the only person that has the absolute knowledge that can expand and explain and tell you things and you take it the way they say it is the defense secretary and the deputy. Any other thing you are hearing is a mere hearsay. They said. And no sensible person will hold on that. And because of that, you begin to speak against the government or begin to speak against the individual. No, it doesn't work that way. And I believe that many people have learned their lesson. And going forward, people will begin to speak in a different way than the way they are speaking before. There is one major question that has been in the mind of the people. And I'm going to play that response here so that those who were not in that program yesterday or those who have not been able to watch it will now be able to get it. Because this is one of the most important questions that everybody was waiting on. They have asked it on my program and other people ask it. I'm going to play it on this program before we end the program so that you can be able to catch up on that. My beloved brother, Apostle Stephen, you're welcome. Thank you for joining, Apostle Stephen. Let's hear from you, Apostle Stephen.
Thank you. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Biafra. I so much thank God for insight you bring. You don't, even though you know, sometimes you talk as a media team, not not being cabinet. You say information, Betty. What you say is whether it's from information of the government. God has given you a lot of insight, and I thank God for that for you. God have given you a lot of insight. Even if anyone that want to hear the truth should come to this platform, you will have the right information. I just want to kind of support what you have said. From day one, I know that this is what is happening concerning the what is the name Soludo issue. The one I have made it I have commented it openly here. I said that what Soludo is forming, whatever group is forming, Agune Chamber or Udogachi, whatever in all the army, paramilitary, whatever vigilante is organizing is for the election. Soludo is not for any other thing. Is for election. Is for election. Is for election. When the election finish, then we will know what he's doing. But one thing I will not blame them, because many of them that he was recruited, that is being recruited there, all of them have been a criminal all their lives. So because if it's not that, I will say it is. I don't know how people reason that they carry pump action and give you, and you enter the street and begin to torment and terrorize your people, and you have it as something that you are working so well. Anything you do by God's grace, I know that no sinner will go unpunished. No matter even when my fathers grow up, as an apostle, by his grace, he has called me to work in the vineyard for humanity and for deliverance of men. I will say this, that there is no way you will rise up and begin to attack traditional worshippers. You start attacking Dibia. He begin to attack them and destroy their shrines. It has never been God Even when Jesus operated here on earth, he still allowed everybody to do whatever he want to do. So that is how it is. Anyone that is supporting Soludo is out of reach. He did not understand what is going on. In the realm of the spirit, he cannot stop it. He is saying that Anambra State is a Christian state. Me as an apostle, I say no. There is a freedom of worship. Anybody can worship whatever you like.
Absolutely.
So you can't wake up and say, if anybody can worship anything he like, even if he say only church remain in Anambra State, our abomination will continue. Absolutely. So it has been born. It has been born. So the main thing that if he be that he has wisdom and he want to work for people, the highest thing he's supposed to do, at least follow it in like what he said, follow it in the government law, even though that the law of Nigeria is in paper. But at least let him, if he can have power to recruit criminal, whoever they call themselves, and they call them the security of Anambra State, and the government of Nigeria did not stop him, he can do it in a light manner. He can do it in a light way, not molesting people, not rendering people homeless, not giving arms to evil men that went about killing people, even the young children, young boys that went for work. So, which means in Anambra State now, you cannot go in a place that is isolated. Any isolated place, you are in danger, because they will call you, either you call you a kidnapper or you call you. How can they tell us that they don't know kidnappers? How can government do? You just enter there and begin to every bush. You begin to walk around. Anyone that go for walk in the bush, he has become a kidnapper. How can you tell the people you are governing that you did not know kidnappers? He cannot figure their den. The den of kidnapping, he cannot figure them. He cannot figure it. Which means you are telling lies that you are doing work while you are not doing work. So that is number one. What I have said that Florudo in this issue, as you have pointed it out, is that it is for election. It is for election. So nobody should begin to think that Soludo is doing any other thing differently. It is Nigeria of our time, we know. So another thing I want to say is that all Biafrans are knowing the truth. The truth is getting clearer. Yeah, in fact, it's not everybody that is dangling around is just want to dangle around. Everybody, it is clear. Like the question of yesterday, and like you have mentioned it again, and I want to the information. The Secretary of Information made a statement yesterday. Even the Deputy Vice of Secretary of Security, he made a statement concerning the informations that media pass across, that it is not good. You can't come out and that you hear say propaganda have been going anywhere. Yes. You just take it and begin to use it as a program, which our sister, I don't want to call her name, has been fond of that. You can use your emotion and come to in this kind of situation we are into now. They're like the media personnel that want to, a secretary of the media that want to stop her, shut her down, and the device, minister of deputy minister of security told her he should allow her to ask the question. What he told her to allow her to ask the question is to clarify it again to everybody to hear it the second time. That's why he allowed her to ask that question. But that question was irrelevant. It was completely irrelevant. And I will not blame our sister, which I said I don't want to mention her name, because maybe you have not had it. But what I am trying to say, and everybody have had that program, is that nobody should be carrying propaganda you hear outside. Somebody can come out and say to you that your junior brother have left your mother when you are not there, because he have called you on phone, and your junior brother has become your enemy. He said your junior brother have left your mother when you are not there, and you start leaking on the air. You start leaking and you start talking. You are giving your enemy a rope to tie you the more. So Without what medias are doing, without that our sister, the way he normally speaks, I can tell you that these people did not have topic anymore. They do not have topic anymore. Because whatever you do now, you are giving the topic. And I heard that the other day saying he don't care. He know that you are giving Bam 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 and Sola Parawa topic to talk. You don't care. But it's not like that. Let them die off like the DOS die off. Who is hearing their name? They just recruited their name now. They recruited themselves now and entered the Biafra Republic government in this time. No more United States of Biafra that was declared newly. They don't want to support that one. They want to hold the anchor in that government in that time to be able to cause the havoc. But why should you be giving them rope to tie you? Why should you be giving them stone to stone you? So you don't care, you don't care. Everybody care. Stop giving them topic to continue coming in social media. If they do not have it, they will not come. If they do not have any point to come, their life is obvious that everybody have known. So this is one thing. If media can do this, and I believe God that He has started. Now they will put it in place. Because after that meeting yesterday, I was following it for some length. I understand what is going on. So, Biafrans, there's nothing that enemy can do to stop what have been declared. What have been declared have been declared. And the Lord is establishing it in different angles. So, in fact, from now, I can the Deputy Prime Minister. No more Deputy Prime Minister. Our president. So that Kamaria had a message. Because she's our president now. Anyone who know like I'm making go enter bush. And they cannot stop it. When there is no president, the Deputy Prime Minister is a president. When there is no Prime Minister around, Deputy become Chief of Staff become the president. He's the one that presenting us now. He's the one that governing us. He's the one that directing us. So let them stop tearing their pants, because we have passed over. We have done past that level. I pray that all the ministers, all the media personnel should understand the tricks that these people are using. Even though going back, excavating the videos that was done when things were normal, even when our sister Adade Olama was praising Ogen Kelly, it seems like things were normal at that time. They went now, bring it up to begin to talk like it is now. It is not now. It is something that has happened before. Yeah, now as I know Ogen Kelly, even maybe Adade Olama have not even known that time that Ogen Kelly was a criminal, and now they have known that he's a criminal. There's no way you can work with him. Bringing that propaganda, they don't work for Biafra again. Anything you like, every weekend when I go come and tell us. I can't imagine. This man cannot even govern a house. He cannot even govern a family. Why is he telling us that he can govern a country like a Biafra? He tells us Prime Minister is saying they have lined up what they are doing. No base, you don't know starting point. You don't know where you start. What is the point? What did you receive? We don't hear. We don't know. So I beg, I want to Biafra. Why I'm saying all those things, Biafra, you people should not be fooled. Nobody should be a fool to these people. They will come again. You will not hear their voice again. You will hear them on Thursday and Friday because of fundraising. But this time, they will not have that money to fund their militia. They will not have that money to fund the evil men they have recruited, in order to be able to disrupt, interrupt what is going on. That's what they are trying to do. Because anytime any Biafra, there is any money to that their account, that you are a minister of finance, come and give account. You say no. That is the problem people have done to you. You are taking us as a fool now. Any money you are putting there, any Biafra that put, even if it is 1 naira, 1 AJ, as it is empowering them to be disturbing what United States of Biafra is trying to put in place. Let everybody should abandon them. Like 2 weeks now, they have been abandoned. They have been abandoned. In fact, especially No Igbo person, Biafra, Igbo speaking Biafra should pay them. And we have already abandoned them. We have left them in their own. I just want to give hand up on the mic. But I want everybody to know that we are making progress. Our president is making progress. NgoziOrabueze, Afia Necheya, Afia Necheya, Afia Neduya, Orabueze, Orabueze. Let them Ogenkele no be Ola. Ola so go yes. Now this woman by our president, Ola Bugoleze. Let them go and sleep. We have taken our stand. There's no two ways about it. Before you know what is going on, I thank God again what the Biafrans are doing to each state. I pray that strength should come upon everyone. 40 states will be buoyant. When 40 states is buoyant, I found out that this insecurity, even those governors will find their way, they will run. Because when the security enters the hand of the masses, I tell you that we are good to go. I thank God for everyone. Maxwell, you're welcome. I give it to you, my brother. Okay, I hand over.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother, Apostle Stephen. Thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate you for that very amazing contribution. Thank you so much. And I welcome my beloved brother, Max. Thank you so much for joining us. And before I hand over the mic to our brother, Max, I would like us to hear the response that was given yesterday on that very Twitter space. It is very important. Since we have now entered into that discussion, I want to play that response because people have asked that question in this platform, and I told them, be patient until the time comes when the defense will respond by themselves, and they have responded. So I'm going to play that very part of that very response so that everybody will have it. If you have not had it, you can hear it now. If you like, you can copy it and keep for yourself. Whenever somebody brings it up again, you can be able to respond. Let's listen carefully and hear the response that was given yesterday on that very question.
Thank you very much. It's about Caterpillar, because I had the Caterpillar as back. Your people call Caterpillar back. And up to today, I heard that the money you people give Caterpillar to buy goods, up till now, no way to find Caterpillar. He haven't delivered the goods, and he haven't reached up to the individuals that is supposed to deliver the goods. Up to it's over getting to 2 weeks now. So I want to know the reason why you people bring Caterpillar that kill all our people. Black about it. He destroyed everything that we need, which every Biafrans are know about it. So that is my question. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the question. So I mean, I don't know the person that is feeding you this kind of information. You know, so all I can tell you that it's a lie. It's just a pure lie. You know, so nobody has bought Caterpillar. Say his name is Caterpillar. I don't call his name here. So nobody has bought anybody Caterpillar to the government. Okay, so that's all I can tell you. As far as buying material for the government that has not been delivered, I've never heard of that one. Thank you. I don't know if you had anything to add to this.
Defense Secretary, please, can I help you in that?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Biafrans, for those who care, for those who have ears, let them hear. Here in defense, we face the business of defense. Here in Biafra, we face the business of Biafran people. That includes life and property. We addressed this thing earlier when we said people in media, sometimes you do more harm than good. When you hear something, information that you are not sure, you don't come to public and begin to cause problems here and there. Even when you are not sure about the information that you are spreading. I think for all people who support this government, they will do the government and Biafran people a favor by coming first of all to verify whatever information that they have before coming out to the media. Because we know that a lot of people care about the money they will make from media when they sell some information. That is not fair when it comes to the Biafra defense. You must understand that defense is not village meeting, and it is not going to church. We are not here in the church. We are here in the business that has to do with lives and the defense of life. So we ask for people who are peddling rumors that are unfounded to desist going forward. First, inquire and inquire and inquire. I've heard the individual whose name you mentioned, and you just sold information that never happened. I don't know how you got the information, but Biafrans, I'm telling you that information that you are hearing from Honorable Ada Diorama is false. And I know that the same individual has been spreading it and even fighting over it. Please, we don't want that in the defense. The only way to help Biafra is to reduce the toxic information that you dish out to the public. That will help us to defend Biafra better. And to Biafrans who hear these things, it is good to you to apply very good discernment. For those who cannot discern, it is better to ask your friends, those who know better, how to use information. Thank you, and may God continue to lead Biafra and lead all the information that is coming to Biafra so that we don't make mistake. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Deputy Defense.
Thank you, Biafrans. You have heard it. It is a question that have been this is an information that has been causing confusion, causing trouble everywhere here and there. People talking, shouting, and doing other Biafrans going to confusion. And that very argument have been put to rest. That very propaganda and blackmail have been put to rest. But in as much as it's put to rest, we know there are people who will still insist on going the other path. We don't owe them any more explanation, and we don't want to stop them or continue to hold them and say, don't believe what you want to believe. If you still feel you have other direction to go, it is your personal business to do so. Go ahead. But the government will do what they have to do to give you the information you need to think right. My beloved brother Maxwell, go ahead and speak to us. Max, take the mic.
Thank you so much, Mazi Chicks, and good morning to each and every one of us that is in the studio. I cannot, your names are not visible here, but forgive me if I don't mention your name, but my warmest regards to each and every one of you for what you are doing. Someone's mic is on.
Go ahead.
All right, thank you. It's a I would like to use this opportunity to congratulate our people in Biafra land that have, that are still observing the Monday sit at home. It is a Monday tonic for each and every one of us. And that is the only thing that we can do to support the United States of Biafra. It's a civic disobedience, and it's your responsibility to show. We can no longer protest against the invaders that are, occupying our land. So the only thing we need to do is to show that civic disobedience by not going to work today in solidarity with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Although we cannot beg for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has instructed everybody not to beg for him. You can only beg for someone who committed a crime. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime known to any person on this planet. Therefore, he need not to be begged for. Okay? So that is what I have to say here. May God bless every one of you. God bless you for sitting at home today. I hope to see the highlights or the updates from Biafra land where my mother comes from, how we are observing it today, irrespective of the destabilization that is about to befall us, which God has, removed. we need to continue to do what is right. We need to continue to have the mandate, the mindset that our land must be protected. Those that have left us, I was listening to one of them today. I don't like to mention their name because, Mazi Chiefs, you know my position. I am your Okene, I am your Awawa. They remain my Nemoches and my Namoches. And I will never, never support anything that they are doing against the United States of Biafra. I will not be in support of them. And I will criticize them, and I will be ready also for their insults and chastisement, just like the way they normally do. But they remain the people of Biafra, although they have taken a different path. But I will still recognize them as my own people, as the Okene. If you don't recognize them, please, I don't have anything to do with that. But I will continue to talk to them. Those that are really willing to repent their ways and come and join us, they are welcome to do so. But those that have, made up their mind not to, join us or, change their ways, the sky is their limit. Let them continue. You see, I use this opportunity to salute my Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, wherever he is. No matter what the enemy is doing against that great son of Biafra land, I ask God to protect him, and protect him morning, afternoon, and night, so that the enemies that are chasing us will never have nothing to celebrate about. They will not have nothing to celebrate about. We are in a difficult situation. I was in a platform yesterday when they were discussing the continuous detention and the persecution of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu yesterday. I spoke the way I spoke. You can just imagine, or guess what Okene did there yesterday. I had another Namoche that was there before, and Kene, and one of them, after I made my submission, think about 3 or 4 of them were commending what our brother from Ghana, said. I did justice to what is happening and the behaviors of our political elites, the governors, some of the religious leaders, and the traditional leaders. They are not helping matters. These people have sold their soul to the devil, and that devil is the corrupt Nigerian system that they are benefiting from. That is the reason why they are doing what they are doing to our people. When their counterparts in the north, like I always say, are they praising the terrorists themselves, guarding, aiding, and colluding with them, praising them, giving them all the necessary service support. That's what we call service support in the army. That is what they give to them, their counterparts in the north, give to those known terrorists that the world has recognized. But right there in the Biafra land, the only thing that we have there are elders, some of them, that cannot stand and defend their own people that have committed no crime whatsoever. The crime of agitation for the freedom of the land and the people has become a criminal offense in their eyes. Therefore, they have abandoned their children, they've abandoned everybody, and continue to dance with the enemies that are dealing with us. That is the problem we have. And I do not know when that time will come, when we'll begin to find and give them some little handshake. To give them that little handshake. We can just give them that little handshake. I know that is the decision the overall government of the United States of Biafra will do. Not me, not anyone, because we don't have the authority to do that. The scepter of power and authority to guide and direct on what to do lies in the mouth of the United States of Biafra government. I believe that a time like that will come when these people will be given a little handshake, a token of what they have given to the children of Biafra. We are now orphans. What the elders supposed to do is what you, the youths, you and me are doing. But as long as Chukwu Kikabiyama is with us, Mazi Chiefs, and those that are listening to me, do not be discouraged. That which they refuse to do or support us in doing, God, with our little effort, will grant it for us. And at last, shame will be their portion. I thank you all for those of you that came out for fundraising and contributed, those that gave anonymous and in person. May God continue to bless you and bless your their pockets, bless your working place, and everything that you do that is generating you money to support our freedom. May God bless each and every one of you. Mazi Chuk, I plead with you. I won't be long here because there are other assignments that I'm going to do this morning. I plead with you to please accept my apologies and my permission to leave once I am done with my presentation. I use this opportunity to tell each and every one of you, it can never be worse than it was. It can never be worse than it has been from the beginning. We are rounding up. The world has, have heard us. All the important people in the world knows whatever that is happening. The sponsoring of Boko Haram and the terrorists right across the world to destabilize countries, to make sure that they pin down the indigenous people and allow strangers to take over their land because they work with them. It is now in the open. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fighting Obama, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was speaking about the Democrats in the United States, if not that Trump came the first time he tried to sanction them and pin them on the ground, they fought him and removed Trump. Nobody knew. When we were asking, who are those funding Boko Haram? Who are those funding ISIS? How do individuals raise over 500,000 naira to buy an AK-47 or even more? How do they get this money? Nobody was forthcoming with the information, not knowing that the same people who were funding them are those people that are still controlling informations, to this, media space. And today, a new sheriff has come. He has started, he is a human being. He's bound to make mistakes. Don't get me wrong. He's bound to make mistakes. Don't get me wrong. Trump is a human being. He is fighting for his nation. Today, investigation has come out. What could not have ever happened in America. And those that are sponsoring the US aid that were going into Afghanistan, rebels, ISIS, West Africa, ISIS, ISWAP and ISIS, Boko Haram, armed Fulani terrorists, the armed wing of the Fulani people. The reason why these people can go from north to south, or southern part of the zoo, commit atrocities and nobody. I told you people sometimes, when you see a bird that is at the center of the road dancing, the drummer is somewhere nearby. This is where the monies were coming from, and they control information. And today is out in the public domain. Please, every one of you that is listening to my voice today should be prepared, because fighting for freedom is not a child's play. Quite a lot of things goes in there. The greater part of them is money. We must contribute, no matter how small. We must contribute to support the recognition, the sovereign state of Biafra. We must contribute. Please, I beg each and every one of you to support, no matter how small. Thank you so much for listening to me. And I say, from my village here, Binaba, Upper East Region, Ghana, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama, Ewurade Nyankopon, continue to bless and protect you wherever you are. I love you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Maxwell. We appreciate you. Thank you for your support, for giving us part of your time. And we acknowledge your presence all the time. Any day you are free and you join us, we appreciate it. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. May Chukwu Okike to God and protect you. Let's hear from our beloved sister, Divine Precious. Our sister, Divine Precious, let's hear from you if you're there. Unmute yourself and speak to us.
Okay, good morning. Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning, my honorable chiefs. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
the good work. The good work you are doing is showing itself, and is bearing a lot of fruits. I pray that God will continue to give you strength, grace, and power to continue, because it is not easy at all. Anybody that thought it is easy should come in to be doing this every day to see how easy it is if the person thinks otherwise. So let me start from what brought me in was about when you were playing about the issue of our sister Ada and her program. You know, I have said something similar thing the other time I came into your program, that what's the reason for this is too much of information. Not only too much of information, lack of confirmation, because what you thought can never be a reality. And sometimes, even when it is real, sometimes some things that are good, if you mishandle it, it automatically become bad.
Absolutely.
Even if, because why I love her that so much, because I see her as somebody that is truthful. She's truthful, but the mistake she's making is that just take it or you leave it. Anything that is excess. And another thing, too much of information. Now that propaganda is too much, people should be careful. Be very, 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 very cautious before you bring out something, especially somebody that is a public figure, somebody that many people are looking onto. You have to use your common sense to do some certain things. You don't just come out because you got information. Even though I have heard a voice call from that man called Caterpillar, where he was praising our DPM. But in that praise, after everything, after listening, he was saying in that audio that that's why she loved that our leader said that when a woman comes in, that Biafra has come. That's why she's praising this woman, because she's coming to change everything, not the way that Mazi Simon has done it and destroy a lot of things. He said after saying it, he said that this woman have come to, but after that audio, I didn't hear the voice of our. So anybody can say whatever. We are not in a serious propaganda saga and a lot of things. Anybody can make it. Even if you are not careful, AI can confuse you. You can even hear. AI can even use the voice of our DPM, or even the voice of our PM, even the voice of our leader, and exactly his voice will come and say something, and you will take it like that without confirming it. It has happened when I listened to one of video from Trump. That time they said Trump have released NAND. It was better that we found exactly his voice. So if you are not careful, this era, Jesus Christ, people should be very careful. Even when you see face that resemble you choose talking, and it's not what I know you choose that is talking this thing, I will not conclude until I find out that is real. Because this AI is killing people. Both in this one, they are acting, you will see that somebody in the face. But if you are wise enough, you can code to know those ones. But many people are the Zoom mentality. Many of them doesn't know anything. It's easy for them to just grab anything and send. And most of the time it comes by audio. You will not even see the face, and you just take it like that. So based on that one is a caution now. And I'm very happy that this thing came out and these people just put it out like this. It's clear now. if there is something that you are seeing, it's time for you to be very careful in any information that you are getting. Not only her, but it's advice to any media people, because there are people are getting information and spreading it like a gala. And either that it kills or it saves. So which one is giving out to the public? That is why I am like, maybe I just pray. Honestly, I called her to say, please, this time, please take caution. As she stay like that, it is intimidation. It's intimidated because she's very, very sure. I was like, please, sometimes something that is good when it is excess, it automatically become bad. You have done your own. Really, I appreciate you for you are sincere. I cannot speak the way you are speaking. I cannot call names, but you can do. But sometimes, some things, when you see that it is entering into another thing, you use wisdom. Even Jesus did it. Sometimes he doesn't call name. He said his Bible is doing it. He that do this one, do this one. He didn't call anybody's name. You will use your sense to know who he's talking to. You understand? That is what wisdom can do to somebody who is wise. Somebody that has wisdom. You use your sense to do something. No, you don't use because you feel that you are saying the truth. Because your mind told you, yes, it's good to be sincere and truthful. But when that truth, you see that is not the way is not going well again, please retrieve, sit back, and put it well. I don't like calling names. I like to put it out. When I say it, use your mind to enter into that speech and know whether you are the one I'm talking to be free from blame. Because if you call me that I am a liar, and finally I'm not that a liar because that is how you thought, and you call me by name, you have entered into another thing. But if you say that person that is lying, if I am a liar, I'll pick it from there. I know you are talking to me.
Yes.
Not just one person. That one apart. Another thing that I want to add to it is that this time, Biafrans, is very, very important that we should be very careful. And when you don't understand something, just pray. God will give you wisdom to understand it. The people I'm pitying are those that are at home. Those that still have that mentality that they don't get things the way it is. Where my mind is going, it was that the other time that they did, what is that thing? Where the letter that Oge Nkere wrote to our Finland, that the pleading. So if I am the people at home, I'm just saying it for maybe anybody that is listening to me from home can take it from here. Our mentality at home is that when you do something wrong, you start pleading. It is not like that in abroad. If you plead, then you have worsened the case in abroad.
Yes. You made yourself guilty.
You have killed. In fact, you are gone. Even if you will be pardoned, no more. That's why up to today, I've not seen any black saints because their compromise is too much, especially when it is bad side, and people are falling to it. But abroad, you must have to be careful. If you have done it, say you have done. If you did not do it, stay on one side. And if you start to deviate, that is the end of you. So for people who might not still understand it up to this moment, it is not wrong because people will say, hey, see somebody that is pleading and these people are saying not to plead. You see, they don't understand it. It's not zoo. It's not zoo because that mentality is still worrying many people. And I just pray that God will give us wisdom so that we will listen to people who will give us a good guideline. Because if not, for myself, I know how I used to reason when I was there. If not that I came, that's why most of the time when you are like blaming people that are abroad, that they are spoiled, they are not at home, you don't know what God have done for you, for them that have gone there to save you. Because if all of us are there, all of us will just vanish there. But God has made it that people that are out will now bring that salvation for you. And yet some people have not gotten it. So what I am saying in effect is that all these things is if you don't understand anything, instead of saying it for the sake of you have heard it on social media, try to digest it and ask questions before you come boldly to say it. That's why I like our DPM. That woman is very, very nice. This is what fits our people. Someone who doesn't just anything that she hears, she will just bring it. You hardly hear. She will only speak on the one that she's very clear with, so that when if any blame or question, she will defend it, because where the cocoa is to defend, not to talk. is to defend.
Yes.
Very important. That's why all this thing, you see, the last time there is this post that Bam said that Elias said that his post has issue. Something, if you think over it, you will see that, because if you are wise, you will know when you are doing something wrong. You have conscience.
Yes.
He said that his space something that he's having
They want
issue.
to hack his. They want to hack his.
Something like that, you know. But we are wise. We know the right from the wrong. Just this morning, I was watching somewhere these IPOB people were like doing referendum. I was asking myself, if you are to choose between a graduate person to tutor you and the person who is still starting from nursery, who will you take to tutor you? I'm not laughing. They are conducting referendum. Jesus Christ.
They just woke up yesterday.
I was still asking myself, why is people mentality so daft that they cannot reason? Somebody have done everything for you, you still not see it. Look at what is happening in our land. Had it been our PM was there, it wouldn't have been so. But God knows why everything is happening, so that He will teach us more. To be honest, if all this is not happening, you will not have extra that is to think far of whom we are, or the kind of people you are dealing with, or our kind of people. All this is a big lesson to tell us that our people are very difficult. And if you did not train yourself to be difficult and to be bold, they will push you out. They will just mess you up. So I still thank God, because when I think of it, I will just be like, if I feel like I'm regretting it, or feel like being down, or feel like, oh God, why? I'll still in my mind say that if this thing does not happen, you are building a house that will spoil in time to come. But if all this thing will spoil now, and now you now finish repairing it, no more, it will last and last permanently. So it is good that all these things are happening, so that our journey will be well placed. When we reach that home, we will be happy there. Also, I will end it here by saying the only advice I will give to my people is everybody should be strong in heart. Be a kind of prayerful, because myself, there was a time that I started, like, sometimes I would be like, my head would just swallow up and be just like a popping, and I'll just like tell myself, God knows everything. We are children of God. Even though that all this thing that is happening seems as if when you say that you are not going to, or you are not going to church, you are not. No, whatever will be. God is still God, both for the church people and the traditional people. He's still the same God we are serving. Despite that is misunderstanding, because people that are traditional, they are bad ones. People that are Christian, they are bad ones. The way you channel if you are a good person, God will always lead you in a right way. So anytime that this thing comes, I will just like pray, and the thing will just go away. So the advice is that we are in a critical time, and it needs the grace to carry us along. If this grace leave, you will see that you will begin to be slowing down. But once the grace is still there, you will see that the energy will continue to be up. That's the only advice I will give to our people. Whatever that is going on now, you will know that God is doing everything, turning everything around for our good. The Trump coming in, the administration is helping our movement, even though that he have not said anything about us. But in one word, that this ICC, this USAID and all this thing, that is part of the gain that is coming to our side without being mentioned us, because it's favoring us. To deny Musa visa is favoring us, because the whole world is seeing it. And when they begin to research, they will see a lot of damage that Zoo have caused. And it is giving us a positive signal to the world, to us, for our own good. So that's the only thing I will say to conclude this. And everybody should continue to pray and do the needful, contribute to our to the fundraising and other thing, anything that you can do to help this movement to see that it comes to accomplishment, just do it. All for the glory of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, because I pray that all of us will be alive to see that promised land. That is my faith, and I believe that it will happen. And that's, I will stop here. Maybe I'll be leaving. Maybe next time I'll still come to join. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister, Divine Precious. I appreciate you. You have spoken well, and your message is very clear and direct. I believe that Biafrans have digested it. You have made a very important comment there. One of those important comments is that when you said, it is not just to speak the truth that is the problem, but to defend it. Do not say something you cannot defend and you say it is the truth. And this message is to all members of the media, to all Biafrans. You that is passing message, you want to tell somebody something, you are the one that is going to bring it out. You want to be the very first person that has spoken about something. You just hear something, you want to be the very first person to deliver that message so that you can be able to draw attention. As a Biafran, this very thing is very important advice. It is not just to say the truth, it is to defend it. Our sister made a very important statement there. It is to defend it. It is not just that I say the truth. That thing you are seeing and you say, can you be able to expatiate it and defend it when the time comes? And another point she made, in this generation of the AI that we are, you can't trust anything. Anybody that just speak a word, or you just see a voice note, or you just see a video and you believe it, it means you are not in this planet we are. If you are in this 21st century, you don't believe anything until you hear from the right source, from the person that is involved. We saw one of the video that was circulating when they were showing the wife. I saw a video where they were showing the wife of this guy. What is his name? The son to Peter Dochie. His wife that they have separated. His wife and AY. They showed two of them where they were kissing each other. And that was done through the AI. If you're not careful, once you see that video for the first instant, you post it online just to drag attention. You post it online. But these are something that is just formulated. You can do anything with video to the ordinary picture. You can make a picture to talk. Issue of voice. Changing people's voice is the simplest thing you can do, the easiest thing anyone can do. That is the easiest you can do. And before you can be able to take somebody's voice and they say this, you say you verify. Do you have the equipment to verify the voice you are listening to confirm that this is originally the voice of the person? There are equipments to do that. But you that is presenting this thing, can you be able to defend it, as my sister just said? When the time comes, can you be able to stand and say, this thing, that this voice that is speaking is this person? Or as long as the person is not speaking to you. Even if when the person is speaking to you, somebody can close somebody's voice and use that voice to respond to you. These things are doable in 21st century. They are important. That is why you don't just speak words and run with it and say, oh, I was told, oh, I had. It doesn't matter who told you the story. It doesn't matter who spoke to you. It doesn't matter the source of the information. It doesn't matter. Except it is you yourself speaking with the very person that is involved directly. That is the only way that such information can be able to carry it out and you believe it. When you are speaking with the person directly, and sometimes even when you are speaking to the person directly, people clone people's voice. We have seen people, fraudsters. You will see a fraudster on video speaking to you with somebody else's voice. On video call, you see somebody on video call, a fraudster will be speaking with you with somebody else's picture and his voice, and you think you're talking to the person. That is why you don't just open your mouth and speak about, more especially in the issue of the government and defense. Defense that you know that is very, very sensitive. The primary objective of the government of the United States of Biafra is to defend the life and property of Biafrans. And they will go to any length to do that. Every government of the world go to any length to defend their policy, to defend their people, to defend their rights. Government can go to any length. without seeking your permission, without seeking your advice. It is their responsibility. They will go to any length. And the only people that can defend or tell you what you are supposed to carry as an information is the government itself. There is no way you can fight against the government, or you bring a word and you say, oh, I'm talking the truth. It can't fly. That thing you are going to do cannot fly. When the government come after you and begin to speak, you can't stand it. That is why every wise person in the media, more especially when you are a media representative, if you are in the opposition, it's a different case. If you are an opposition can say anything, including propaganda, and people will just, those who are in the opposition like yourself, will now believe it and begin to run with it. And that is the job of opposition. When you are in the opposing part, all you are doing is for information, to encourage your own audience, to sell your own idea, and it doesn't matter whether it is true or not. The only thing the opposition wants is an information that is going to make them look relevant. Just like you are seeing the people, the breakaway part, the people that broke away from the government. They sell anything, they say anything just to make themselves relevant, including forging papers and forging letters and forging all this they're doing to make themselves relevant. And the people who are with them run with it because they want to use it for argument and be relevant. But you, in a place where you are as part of it, you can't be running it down or be pushing something against it in the public. It doesn't work that way. It is either you are in or you are out. And that is how things are being done. Thank you so much, my beloved sister. You have made a great point. I believe that Biafrans appreciate you, and we expect to see you more and more on our program. This is our family. The platform is for all the Biafrans, more especially our women. I will encourage them to come along because there are a lot of men here ready to speak and speaking. And sometimes the voice of a woman can pass a message better than we do. The voice of the women is very important. So I appreciate and I love that women will come up more and speak, so that those who feel that we are being too harsh to them can be able to hear from a soft voice and that we understand better. I will yield the mic to my beloved brother Greg. Thank you for joining, Greg. Take the mic, brother Greg, and speak to us. Let's hear you.
Good morning, my brother Choose.
Good morning, my beloved brother.
Good morning. I think and our sister have gone, and our brother Nwangwa has also left. But my greetings to all of them. Yes, today is Monday. I can see your capture. The sit at home is our super referendum. Every Monday sit at home is a referendum we do in every week to show that the Biafrans are ready to go. And every Monday, the Biafrans are committed to tell the whole world that they are tired of being in one Nigeria. So, and the government is bringing it to the world to understand that indeed the Biafrans are tired. And we are really tired to stay in the same called one Nigeria. Yes, many things have been on the news since this week. In our own side, the propaganda of Ndonakawakwa, the new recantation, the second level of recantation has been on the news over the weekend, and the propaganda of those who want to kill Dr. NgoziOrabueze by all means, whatever anybody knows. If you can kill him by assassin, if you can kill him by poison, if you can kill him by voodoo or any how you want. So those propaganda have been that the enemies want to go to any extra mile to make sure they should bring her alive or dead. So that has been on the news. And the news in Nigeria, the news of the news in the zoo about their about refusing of visa to the terrorist Nigerian armies who wanted to go and do their evil in Canada. The news has been in this week concerning the sponsoring of Obama and Biden to Boko Haram, because we have to talk the one that concerns us. We don't know about Afghanistan and others, but the ones we know is the one that concerns the Biafrans and the Christians in the so-called country Nigeria. That is the one that concerns us. And I think for me, that is the one I will first start with this morning. That very thing that trumps this new administration, the investigation they are trying to make, all that have been happening since the Obama administration till this time, that Biden is left office. You know, in 2000 and when should that be? When the last when Obama was in power, and when Boko Haram started, I think Boko Haram started 2008 and 9, when they started making problem, and that was when Jonathan, what do you call him? Jonathan was in power and Obama was in power, 2012-13. So I remember when the first, for the second time, the Boko Haram attacked people in Nigeria, both in market and the other United Nations building or whatever, they attacked that time. And Hillary Clinton visited Nigeria after the second or the third attack. I can quote him when they were interviewing him. Hillary Clinton said that Boko Haram is not terrorist. So the people that went to market with suicide bomb and kill people, the people that went to either United Nations something that time with suicide bombing and kill people, and the American foreign foreign minister, the secretary of state or the secretary of foreign affairs, the wife of former President Clinton. President Clinton I respect so much. I love him as a president of America. He did well. But the wife was evil to the African, especially the so-called the Biafrans, because for the woman to say that Boko Haram was not terrorist, it shows that she knows much about the sponsor of that terrorist. Until Obama come, after Obama's evil, she refused to support Jonathan to fight the terrorists that is happening in Nigeria. And Obama helped to force to make sure that the fight of terrorists in Nigeria did not work. And they forced Jonathan to come down. All the whole testimony is coming. And the only thing that pains me was Jonathan was a coward. Jonathan is not a Biafran. No Biafran can be as coward as Jonathan and the P2B. They are the worst coward I have ever seen in my life. These two individuals. So Obama ganged up against Jonathan and they forced him out of office. I have never forgiven Jonathan till today. Then Trump come to the office, and Trump was the only man that speak against the injustice that is happening in African land, that happening in especially the Biafrans and the Christians in Nigeria. And they gang up against Trump. The Europeans gang up against Trump. The Africans, the Nigerians sponsor, bring out their money and make sure that the Trump will not stay in the office. They pushed him out. Buhari economy was bad, but trust it on trust the man. He do everything to sponsor, make sure that Trump left office, and yeah, and Biden came. And they continue where they started, because Buhari was the one that said the attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the whole North. The attack on Boko Haram was the attack on the whole North. And this statement, he made it before he became president, and which Obama was in power that time with the British, with the British, what's his name? Was it, what's the name of that man as at that time that was ruling Britain? He said that attack on Boko Haram is attack on the whole North. So they gang up against him through Obama and remove Jonathan, who was fighting the terrorists at that time with Ihejirika. The Ihejirika was hitting the Boko Haram very hard. Obama and the Buhari didn't like it. They said they removed Ihejirika, remove good Lord Jonathan. And now they bring Biden. And then Buhari were able to use his opportunity with the money they were pumping into Nigeria and sending all the terrorists. You can understand, you can remember what happened during the time of what do you call it? COVID-19. During the time of COVID-19, there was no movement, but in that time they were loading trailers of guns and the trailers of the Fulanis coming to the east, to the Igbo land, dropping them in overnight. Even when there is no movement of any kind of bed, that truck was loading terrorists, bringing them to the east. Had it been that we are Igbo man loading terrorists, sending to the north, and Igbo billionaire like Dangote as at that time, that company will be seized. They will turn that company as a terrorist, as a terrorist sponsor. But nobody talked about it. Nobody mentioned Dangote for once that his truck is loading northern terrorists, Fulanis, bringing them overnight to into the east with guns. As at that time, they will hide guns inside the cement and they will load it, and they will use overnight. They will use some of those trucks and load human beings, and they will bring them. They will think that those things are goods, but those things were not goods. When they control, they will see thousands of people coming down from trailers. And that was not arrested or even questioned for one day. International community just keep quiet because he is a Fulani. Had it been that it was Igbo man business, that business will be quenched. He will see international community rising up because the Fulanis know how to do the propaganda very well when the international community will come to fight and say these people are terrorists. But none of Igbo persons even stand up to talk and say, why is Dangote truck bringing down the terrorists to the east? And nobody's talking. Even when they will turn them, they will not arrest the driver. They will say, okay, turn those Boko Haram, send them back. They will use fake police escort and say they are sending them back to the border. So these are something that was happening. And nobody talked about it. Obama were forcing our people to go into gay and lesbian marriage. That is the only condition Obama gave to our people before he can support our people. That was the highest evil. For you to come to people's land and they want to change their value. They want to change their culture by force before you can give them S. And because of that, you gang up against Jonathan. So, this is what Trump is doing. You think if Trump were in the office, Buhari will ever risk a tamper anything to go and kidnap Nandokan in Kenya? He never. He wouldn't have tried it. He wouldn't have think of going to Kenya to kidnap Nandokan. Never. If Trump were in the power. So what Obama and Biden with Hillary Clinton did to the Biafrans and to the Christians in Nigeria is unforgivable. I'm just telling you the fact. So I pray that Trump will do the investigation very well. So a lot of people have to answer for what they did against the Biafrans and against the Christians in Nigeria. And that one apart. So the same thing will come home to our struggle, to all the propagandas that people are doing. Now they are gone to the second level of breaking egg to kill their fellow brother. My brother, if any good man, if any moral person, if any valued person can wake up, as I am supporting the government of today, led by Dr. NgoziOrabueze, as I have supported Simon since 2021, as I have joined to support Nnamdi Kanu from the time I started listening to his message, I have never had Nnamdi Kanu call upon whatever God he is worshiping to destroy his people and their generations, that God will perish all of them, or going to perform any evil ritual, calling that whatever God, or people should wake up to destroy any person that is opposing him. Even the politicians who wanted to kill him, they can never say, go and they bring charm or diabolic or high assassin to kill them. He never did that. Simon Ekman, with all the whole attack, the IPOB attacked him. Both people who go with his name to do charms, who come and say they will kill him by all means, those who threaten him in many ways with diabolic and whatever and to kill him as assassin. The only thing Simon Ekman will say, if whatever you do against me will fall back to you. You can go and ask your whatever you worship. I will ask him if Simon Ekman is real. Simon never led cause to the people who is fighting Biafra and say, let God punish him and punish generations. He never go and let any cause in any God that he is worshiping to destroy any person that is opposing him. But today, people are so proud, going to witchcraft doctors. People are so proud of calling for the high assassin of Dr. NgoziOrabueze. People are so proud of calling on whatever means they can use to make sure that woman, they stopped her. In any how they can do that, they should do it. Is this kind of people you follow? So any person that walk against them, they will kill that person. Even in DME, never did something like that. So it's terrible. It's very, very terrible, my brother. I cannot understand such evil that people are doing. They want to go by all to any level to make sure that Biafrans follow them or join them and contribute money on their account or put them to be on the head. So it's a shame to the so-called people who are fighting this same battle with us. I didn't know. I just pity the people who have been leading this organization, from Nnamdi to Simon Ekpa and to this present time, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, to be in that position. I never know it can be such dangerous. I never know that people can be such evil to attack them to any level until this kind of Simon Ekpa and then NgoziOrabueze. So I never know that Simon Nnamdi must have that. I think he was only fighting what do you call them? Fighting the politicians in Nigeria and the Ohanaezes and the politicians in the East. I didn't know he was fighting diabolic battle as well with the people who came to say they are fighting agitation with him. So this is a very big shame to our people. This is I can tell you it is a very big shame. I'm so disappointed with the so-called people who come on the media and they do all these things. No wonder
my beloved brother Greg. You are going to come back again, so because we have many people on the stage. Make a round up so that in the second phase you will finish up your line of thought. You will conclude it. So that will give everybody a chance, more especially people that are joining from homeland because of network and other things. So just hand up a minute. When you come back on the second phase, you now complete your thought.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. So it's a very disappointing. Okay, let me stop for this moment. Let other people talk. If I have the opportunity, then I can run up. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. There's one thing you pointed out that made me to bring out this very video, and I would like to play it for those who are cursing on Biafrans and speaking on carelessly. I want us to listen to this very video.
mana ihe nji wepụta ihe a ihe nji bupụta ihe a bụ ka ị maa na ihe anyị nwere enwere m ya nwekarịa gị oke enwere m ya nwekarịa gị mana mma nga ọfọ maka na abụ m onwe m mụ na onwe m bụ ọfọ ka m bụ ọfọ ka m bụ abụ mma ngọrọ gị ọfọ so eje m bute ihe a bụ ike ka m bụ ihe ike ebutere m ya ka ị maa na enwere m nwekarịa nke ị nwere. Man, I'm not here because I know. Do you know why I will not do that? I know that there are a lot of ignorant people out there, you know, and some of the things they do, they are not doing it on purpose. Like in Kaimekita, I know that you may not be aware of what you did, but after this video now you will realize that you did a mistake. So I will not come here and start laying curse on everybody. You are going to die. You are going to do this. You are going to. When the people I am going to lay that curse on don't actually understand what they are doing, what am I going to gain? My own job is, I know some of them don't know what they are doing. So what should I do? I will have to teach them. I will have to explain to them. So Mabiakita, they say, oh, okay, you let cost. I will have to let cost you back because I know you don't know what you did. Now, Imago, Edogongayana, Dosiagon, he just again and the one Jay Obiko, your Baharum Tony Biafra. There he deceived with your video. Okay, I'm going to play what this video again for those that are joining us now to know what you did, that you did a very wrong thing, and I will not lay cost on you.
So why I play this video is to confirm what our beloved brother Greg was saying on laying curse on Biafrans, that you have heard our Prime Minister himself say it. It is not the right thing to do, and he will never do such. It doesn't matter how you attack him, call him names, he will never lay curse on you. So when we say certain things, there are evidence on how to behave, our leadership. Your moral stance matters. Before you can lead the Biafrans, we have to look at your moral stand, your morality. Someone who doesn't have a good moral, you can't come and lead. There's no way you can lead Biafrans. So I allow my beloved brother Mazi Obed to go ahead and talk to us. After Mazi Obed, then our brother Akonye Wetere will go on. Mazi Obed, let's hear from you. Unmute yourself, Mazi Obed, if you're there. Unmute yourself. Let's hear from you, Mazi Obed.
Okay. Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Oh, good morning, sir. Ototoma Biafrans, Ototoma Mazi Chooks, Survival TV. And in fact, I thank you all for being so resolute and formidably making sure that everything is going all right. And I think our brother, the last speaker, Mazi Greg, he has just said it all, just like the way I just still have in my mind. Also, I thank him and I thank everybody who has contributed also before. Yes. Now, what I actually want to contribute is just concerning the security issue on this Soludo and Solafofo and where like that, also Solafofo and no, to all these politicians, because we never elected any of them. I never called them any my politicians anyway, because I never elected any of them. Understand? So all those terrorists that we are elected to be killing our people. This in Soludo and Solafofo and now I got chok sindi mad no here, ne sindi mad and one, they will on the mad by force, by fire by force and all these things now is had just no na any right in them. They are just trying to be denying people of their legal rights. People have the right to move. People have the right to go to bush and everywhere. You know, how can you be fetching people from bush? It depends on anybody. You can be in your house, you're not feeling comfortable, or maybe you'll be with your children, you don't feel like to smoke in your house. You can feel like going to the bush and feel comfortable. It's your land. You have the right to go anywhere. You understand? Then now it will no ndị si na discover na onye anụ no into criminality, no na-egbu mmadụ medicine. Then must that be the reason why they should invade that person's house and take over that person's house? And then where is the law now? Where is the law? They have to consult the law, take the person to the law, where they sort out everything. Open the payment that person, open the ezoku no onye ahụ no ezoku no na-eme claim no na-eme. Then he faced the law. Or just look at assume no who made something, then because of that now they confiscate his house. This is intimidation. This is intimidation. Yeah, no one now can how could these people work a hand in Biafra land? And the Biafra now will have to support our DPM, Deputy Prime Minister, make sure we support and fund this our new states, our new country. Let's fund, make sure that we defend our land. Because I know now we're in the mouth of lions. These people are evil. These people are totally evil. Biafra needs to wake up and know how we defend our land, know how we fund and support our people. That is number one. And secondly, our sister Puduku concerning our sister Adadiorama, yes. Yes. It's okay. Adadiorama, she's trying so much. She's trying so much. At least I think we should na GK. No mistake because of that now. No. You wanna try so much. All because of her emotion, the way she feel, and of the news like that to man, at least on her own side also. You want to know yourself, all got try calling my line with the government, with Biafran government, not in my line. At least the only information like that to do very solid. We'll make sure that now all relate with the government. Then open that the information to authentic. They will let her know. Then so that before she will start publishing everything. That is why I believe not all these things socially near suspension. Yeah, I try the reason, and the try align her with the government so that everything around, because she's doing a very, very fantastic work. No little mistake. Yeah, just little mistake. Yes. Because no that little mistake now everybody now I do condemn yes, my
brother, let me come in that place before you proceed. Like the sister I've spoke before, she was not attacking anybody, and we don't like calling people's name on the platform. Every one of us, we are all Biafrans, and we are working towards one thing. Nobody is antagonizing anybody. What we are doing here is when there is a place that somebody is going wrong, we point it out, even without mentioning the name, the people will know themselves and they take corrections. We are all speaking that people should retrace their step when it comes to media. The advice is even to me, not just to her, to me. And when she was talking, every one of us, just like yesterday when I played this video that you're seeing, the Deputy Secretary of Information said that we should verify before we speak of media. It's an advice to everybody. Don't make it look as if somebody is attacking a particular person. There is no attack on any particular person, but when there is a mistake, When one person is corrected, the correction is going to every one of us, including myself. So when we make that correction, let's not make it look as if it goes to one
like
individual.
almost like the same you understand? Not that it's you understand? It's okay, yes. But to the program is just at least for awareness. You understand? The most important thing we should understand the message. It's not that it's current or not current. It might not be current. You understand? It might be a message to reflect our mind. You understand? That they made mistake. That is always current. You understand? Nobody's above mistake anyway.
Listen. You are not listening to me. You are not listening to me. In this platform, we are here defending the United States of Biafra. You don't come here to defend an individual. Okay. You don't come here to defend an individual. And when you are not speaking to defend the government, it cannot happen in my presence, not in my platform. We are not here to defend an individual. When you go wrong, there is nobody that has more information than the government. And when you are talking about being current, there is nobody that is more current than any other person in this media. I will not tell you everything I have on my phone as we speak. I will not tell you most of the things you are seeing there as a miracle. I have every one of them in my phone. But I know what I have to give to you and what you are supposed to get. You don't push out information that will cause confusion just to make yourself relevant. You don't do that.
Yes.
I am not going to give you an information just to make you draw your attention and make you come to my platform. Just to make people know that I'm the very first person to say it. That is arrant nonsense. I won't tell you something here just because I want you to know, oh, I'm the very first person that say it. I don't do that. When you are in the media, you have to digest word. Everyone, I have been in this media since 2016. You can imagine the amount of information I have. From the time of Mazen Nandekano, as an independent speaker, as an independent media, before I even came in. But I don't, in all my program, even when I was independent, I don't come to speak to make people know that I'm the very first person that said a word. Many things that people say, I already have it on my phone, but I won't speak about it because I know it's irrelevant. And most of the time, they are not confirmed. Even when they are confirmed, I know the government I'm supporting. And I will not come and speak a word that will jeopardize the effort.
You are very right. You are very right. You understand?
So that is the correction we are trying to make, that everybody, including myself, if there's anywhere I have not learned, we learn it. That's what we do. So that people can retrace their steps. So if we begin to go on defense for one person, it is not right. Do not defend anybody. When we push out that information to all the media, correct yourself wherever you are going back. Because when we continue to build strong men and women, that is where we create the problem that we are facing today. You come and you create a strong man. That is what Nigeria is doing. Nigeria created Buhari. They told you that Buhari is the most uncorrupt man, that he's not corrupt. That a man that is so disciplined to an extent. They built Buhari, and when he came, the late Buhari, you saw what he did. You saw what the late Buhari did. Just like they are building P2B today. They are building P2B, telling that P2B is the most educated and most sincere person that can give you a very sane country. Go and put P2B there, and you'll be surprised what he's going to do to Biafra. We should always learn to focus on building the institution, not individuals. It doesn't matter what you have to offer. Our concern is the government of Biafra. That institution, media, defense, whatever department, we support that very institution and build it, not an individual, no matter who you are. And that is where we stand. Thank you so much, my brother. Go ahead and conclude on your line of thought.
Well, my brother, you are very right. In fact, you are very, very right. You just said it all. It's just like my own part of opinion concerning the situation I'm seeing on ground. You understand? Because I have been following each and every one of you. I've been following you. I've been following my dear Diorama also, and seeing such a thing. Because I've not been having time all this while. You know my this thing very good, that I've been supportive anytime that I'm available. But for a few moments now, it's like because of work, I've not been all that available. But now I was opportune. I say, let me just try to contribute also. So this is my honest contribution. You understand? Because I believe she's doing a marvelous work. You understand? She do that also. I believe also she by this time also we learn from her mistake with the ideas, and because nobody is perfect, as we all know.
Absolutely.
Understand? I know that she will by this time also learn from Biafran's opinion concerning the issue on that. Understand? And I really appreciate you so much for all the good work you have been doing, and the rest of the people. Understand? I believe, likewise, just like I would say, the issue of Caterpillar she asked about. I think the issue also has been going on. You understand? That Caterpillar was in a cabin in the new this thing. You understand? And me myself also, I'm worried about uh, such a such a movement. You understand? Because I was very interested when Ada was asking that question. I supported that question so much because I really need to know something about that. Because not only Ada hear about that, the news was truly circulating so much. So me myself, I was very interested. So when the defense settle the issue, I'm okay with that. Also, you understand? Not that Ada was not the information she brought out was wrong, also like that. You understand? But everything is good to hear from the horse's mouth. So now the defense minister also let us understand that there's nothing as such. You understand? So me, I'm okay with that. Uh-huh. So that is just that, you know. So my brother, I really appreciate you for everything, and I appreciate Biafrans, and I pray that God, as God, who the Almighty God, who has given us victory, will continue His marvelous work on us. And I will urge Biafrans to make sure and keep up supporting our own people, ourselves. Let's keep on. This is not something we need to advise ourselves. Our supreme leader, Mazen Nabikano, already made us understand that these people have surrounded us. We are seeing it. Look at that now. Hopeless also and the Suluafofo are allocating some areas for people, for Fulani people, showing you people that this is the reason why they have been doing all this, and now they are collecting the cash fully now. So we should be aware and know how we support our own. Let's not be bringing our people ourselves down. Our doctor Ngozi she's a self-made billionaire on her own, which the world know her. She's a very influential person who has alleviated many people from poverty. We don't know Okengwere from anywhere. We don't know him. It's just because the situation of prime minister at the point that things need to work out. He made himself available, that he's able to do things, and then that was why Mazi, our prime minister, tried to give a test on him. This is the test he has given to him, and this is the outcome of it. Biafra should know this, and let's move ahead. This person is nothing. He's just a power instigator. With him and his group, Okengwere, Sonia Apakarawa, Rafael Ajarere, all these people no na afụbụ n'afọ ya ajarịrịrị ọ na ha achụ aja nkwado akwa ụbọchị aja ga-egbukwana ya ọkwa ofu aja anụwa ha egbu ajarịrịrị anụwa iwu na afụbụ ya. So all these people now are minors. They just come at the point of the situation. All situation when all these people come out, and thank God for where we are today. And we are moving. Ahead, we are moving. These people cannot bring us back. Anywhere. So that is all I have to say, my brother. Thank you very much for this opportunity you're giving to me, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, my beloved brother. Every one of us as Biafrans, we have a collective interest. The collective interest we have is to make sure we have our freedom. We focus on making sure that we deal with the enemies that are trying to deal with us, go against them. That is the interest of every one of us, including those of them who are pretending to be politicians. Those of them who are politicians, so many of them. Inside them, they know that they are not free. Even their own captivity is worse than our own. Because when you go to their House of Assembly and the House of Senate, you see the way they treat them. Even if they raise an opinion, nobody takes it serious. They don't even allow them to speak. They are in more captivity than every one of us. They even need that freedom, but they don't have the boldness that we have. Their own envy, their greed and love for money will not allow them to speak the way we are speaking. That is our difference. But those of us who has made up our mind to pursue this freedom, we have collective interest. Every single one of us. Let us not allow our individual and personal interest to overshadow our collective interest, which will lead us to our victory. I appreciate you, my beloved brother. Thank everybody that is listening and following up. And by the special grace of God, we shall overcome this very challenge. My brother Akonyewethere, go ahead and speak with us. Akonyewethere, go ahead. Talk to us. Let's hear you.
Yes, good morning, Uncle Chuk.
You're welcome, my brother.
My brother Akonyewethere, go ahead and speak with us. Whose mic is on?
Go ahead.
So, I thank everyone on the platform. I send my greetings to the wonderful Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. Yes, my brother, this morning, the discussion is okay. The areas that I would want to talk on, I would want to speak on the issue of that letter that they issued out on Friday against their scavenging of fundraising. So when I read the letter, and I read it over and over again. So one of our brother online as well brought it to my attention to browse on, as in check on that law firm, that the letterhead in the law firm ID there. So the guy checked it, and me too, I checked. I discovered that that domain that wrote that letter, and then that law firm, was created 4 days before the letter was issued out. And I will want other persons to go and make their own verification. So in this struggle, there are so many lies. So many people are in this struggle just for their pocket. So many people are in this struggle majorly for what they will get, either by getting money, or like the people that are using it to seek asylum, or the people that are using it to pursue their political career, just as it happened during the time of Nnamdi Kanu. Most of the people that followed him to chant Biafra with, most of them now are into politics, Nigerian politics. They are either SSA to one local government chairman or the senator and the rest of it. So many of them are latching on the opportunity of self-determination to just bring themselves to limelight. So I would advise again that we should reason in a different way concerning the quest of this Biafra. So we should just reason differently. That's my submission on that. Now, coming to the information our security chiefs came outside yesterday to debunk or to set record straight. I have said it a countless number of times on your platform. If we did believe that we are government, it is not a difficult thing. All of us are opportune to have smartphones, and Google have made it easier for everybody. Any question you ask, you will have the answer. So I would like people to Google what is government, how government is run, as in a good one, not even the Nigeria that we are shouting that we want to leave. Google how they run their government. Immediately we left agitation as we believed them. So had it been that all these ups and downs that we are facing, some people decided to take law into their hands, going against the collective effort and interest of people. The pace we are going on would have been more fast than what we are seeing today. Now, going back during our PM, it's not all the information that PM brings us concerning the running of the government. If we now realize within ourselves that we are now into government, there's what they call constructive information. And government give out information that they will make sure that they present that information in a way it will not incite people. And information that concerns security, not even whether you don't know. All the media people supposed to know that it is not given to anyone to just come outside and begin to say things concerning security. Because if you have people, informants that are giving you information, it is to your own advantage and the advantage of the government for you to be a medium whereby you can get that information and pass it to the right authority and watch for them to do their work, not to bring it outside. In this struggle, many people find it is very easy to them that when you make a mistake, you come back and beg for forgiveness. Maybe, I'm sorry, I didn't get it right. That has been a problem to me. I'm seeing it is a problem to us. More especially now that we are running a government. We are running on the platform of government. I don't think that mistake is bound to happen again. Whatever information that somebody passed to you, if you cannot verify it by yourself, I would suggest that another way of making verification is that do not pass that information out. Keep it and hold on a bit. Not that somebody will just send you something now. Because of it, in the next 30 minutes, you on your camera, you come online and say, I want to let my people know what is happening. Let us look at how Boko Haram are running their coordination. You will not hear them online. What you will hear is attack. And the attack will be evidential. The evidence will be there for people to see. Even the military of Nigeria, their security forces, will try to cover it. But it will be evident. And that is what our PM was doing when he was much actively around with us. We only see when the men on ground do something. As it is coming from our PM platform, it will even be coming from Nigerian platform. But now, the people that say that they are the right government, we are not seeing anything. Rather than we are losing youth every day. If you dress anyhow, they will catch you. Anything they do, they target on us. And we are still making fool of ourselves. So I'm advising everybody, those on the media, and even we that do come to put our opinion to the media, whatever we should say, that we are saying it. There is always a disclaimer that whatever you say, you are entitled to your opinion. And whatever me I said on your platform, if you call me, I will defend it. So anybody that is coming, whatever you will say, make sure you verify and give a link for people to make their own verification. So that is that on that side. On the people breaking eggs, I want to ask a question, and I will use this analogy. Aqua and all this native doctor that Soludo is arresting today and inviting some. I thought they said they have power. They can make people to disappear. Now, their power, they were not able, those power was not able to tell them that such danger is coming and they will be caught pants down. You are breaking eggs and we are fighting for freedom. Since you have been able to read books or have been able to connect yourself with the spiritual world and the mysticism of this world, please, brotherly, why don't you gather some egg? Even me, I will donate to you. So that you pray very well and crack the egg, and then Nnamdi will disappear from DSS dungeons. Maybe come to meet you at that Torino, or disappear to anywhere, so that he will no longer be in captivity. Why don't you do this your mystical practice and channel it to Finland, so that maybe there will be blackout in Finland, and Simon will do like Peter and disappear and get himself maybe in Biafra or anywhere, so that all our leaders that we are praying, we are so much fantasizing on their work, we so much cherish how they treat us, that their disappearance is bringing calamity to us. Why don't you channel this energy of yours for them to come out, so that all this katakata will die down? You rather channel your energy. It means you are fake. Me, I do say that I'm not in support of church. And as well, I'm not in support of what is it called? All these native doctors. When I say I'm not in support of church, it does not mean that I am now going to native doctor. No. It's just that I am fed up from their life. You say this will happen and it will not happen.
Yeah.
Okay, even if it did not happen, why can't you use it to save yourself? Maybe as they come to arrest Aqua will disappear. Government will be looking for Aqua, they will not see him. Maybe all those people wearing their camo will not see him, and we the normal citizens will be seeing him. At least I will believe in it. They will tell you do this. I believe in ordinal bende, as in the culture, the root, as in ordinal adite from Libya. Oh, yeah, boom. My own argument in like them. But of science. They believe in science. When you do something, you see the result. So my advice to them is that instead of you channeling your energy, you do incantation, you do all your shenanigans and seeing to your brother's death or your sister's death. My brother, please, my advice, my candid advice to them this morning, please, brotherly, channel that energy in securing the release of our dear brothers that are in captive. Maybe whenever Nnamdi will come up for court session again, you can do that. If you need money, I believe many Biafrans will support me. We will send you more money to buy more eggs, to break it. Immediately Nnamdi comes out, all the people in Abuja will sleep off, and the man will go home. or the lawyer will make mistake and say that you have seen nothing in you, you are hereby discharged and acquitted. That is what we want. If you say that Ngozi is not doing it right, I believe all your supporters, all the supporters, both the ones to the government and the ones to your own government, I don't think that all of us are living in one room. It's because of this issue of Biafra that brings everybody together. If not because of Biafra, I will not know this my brother, Uncle Steve, even though I've not seen him face to face. But at least, if it happens that we see ourselves face to face tomorrow, we will not be strangers to ourselves. Immediately I say, I'm that Akonye with that do come on your platform, he will be happy. That is what this Biafra has done to everybody. He has made people to come together. I don't see the reason why everybody that the quest of Biafra brings together will not come to the enemy again. If I follow Ngozi, fine, don't worry. Keep up to your good work. Keep doing your good work. Not to be going against whatever Ngozi do. Keep on to your own good work. You, maybe you are from Imo State. Let your men be doing something in Imo State. Simon came from Ebonyi State. DOS, they say that let him go and do something for his side. He scattered for the burden of everybody. Today, we leave the weightier matter and be following children to be dragging crumbs on the floor. If you people do not see any result that will come from unity, can't you people face your front? Or yeah, those people that are from different areas of this world that have believed in you, why don't you people leave cursing, leave antagonizing of your fellow brother, and start making your donation and be doing something? But you cannot do it. You are fighting, saying that the government of Ngozi is doing harm to you people. Who is government of Ngozi? Is it not the entirety of Biafra? Yeah, we all, I chose to support the government. You did not call me on phone to support the government. I chose to follow Nand. You did not call somebody to follow Nand. When you chose to follow Nand, me and you did not sit in a meeting to discuss that we follow Nand. When we follow the Nand, we meet. Okay, if at the end of the whole day, you people now get to the Biafra, will you chase all of us that followed Ngozi away from Biafra? The thing is not logical. So it is high time. I advise you, it is high time that you people stop all this play and stop making yourself stupid. Because even if you can deceive everybody, you cannot deceive me. I am not stupid. And when you people continue pulling your legs outside, you will end up rubbishing your name. You go online and generate something that you know is a lie. You push it to the world for you to prove a point. What point are you proving? All this saga, that's what you now occupied yourself with. Nobody is talking on how to move on. When they ask you people questions, what are you doing? Say, we should go and ask Ngozi. And I've not seen Ngozi come online to say that because of Ogenkere, that is why they have not done this. He only come online to say what she's doing and what needs to be done. And to the people contemplating on who to follow, nobody is preaching to you to come and follow Ngozi. But whatever end you are manning, man it right. All road leads to Biafra. Man it very right. This is the line that DOS turned. Now it is now done on them. They are now confused. Had it been, they carry their hands, their ego down. Since everybody has chosen to follow Simon, you go to Simon. Okay, let us do it like this. But we Igbo, we like to come outside to wash our dirty linen. And it is very bad. If my brother do something wrong, if I love my brother so much, I will call my brother. But the problem of people is, even if you chose to call that your brother, maybe to put your own opinion or try to be logical on your own point, the person will just shade you off and say that you are fool, you don't know anything. Who introduced saboteur? Is it not Nnamdi? Nnamdi that even introduced the word saboteur into this struggle. It's hard that you hear it from Nnamdi now. Everybody is online. Sabo. Turning the struggle into a joke. It used to pain my heart, oh. It used to pain my heart. Okay, Ross now posted that people should not follow Ngozi, that the name USB will be changed. If you connect the dots that Simon told him, whether in trance or in mystical powers and what, that when Simon comes out, Simon will change the name USB. My brothers and sisters, let us come to our senses. I always say it. Look out for information for yourself. Any information that you know that it matters to you. The world has made it easier for everybody. The phone on your palm that you are holding on is there. It's like you are on top of the world. Look out for information for yourself. And whatever we do, let us put emotion by the side. And we should not be saying that somebody can say something on them. It's not good. It's throwing much damage into the struggle. Make sure, as far as we are running government now, whatever you bring outside, make sure you verify it. Not what you will bring outside today, Monday. Maybe when attack comes on you, by Friday you come and say, I was wrong. Sorry, no. It makes us look like, it makes the whole thing look like a joke. And if you speak a truth to a white man, even though in their own corruption, don't come tomorrow and say what you said yesterday is wrong. Even if the information that pushed you to say what you said yesterday, you disassociate yourself with that information and chose to be going for the right one, that white man will not believe you again. The white person will not believe you again. And it is few of us, even those in the diaspora, that are running on that mantra, as in running on that pattern of life. So when we realize that whatever you speak out has a very good opinion on people, then you will censor your words. You have to censor whatever you say out, so that you will not endanger anybody's life. As information is coming to you as a media person, the enemy of whom you are not enemy to will be, when they see that, okay, it's like anything I say on my own will not work, they will know how to coin something, coin a lie and send it to you. And present the lie in a way that you will be pathetic of it. And you push it out. Maybe when you go further to investigate, you discover that the person has played on your intelligence. And the harm you've caused, you have caused it to many people. And your own trust, you have even lowered your trust. Nobody will trust you again. So let us hold trust very firm in whatever we do, most especially those on media. Those on media. I will not come here and be saying that Adado Ramadi. No. Even when she was saying it, I came on her platform. I have to write something there. Make your verification right before you do. She called Solomon Okwota Sabo. If you listen to the discussion that Ogin Kele had with the deputy, didn't you see that the thing now coincides? I'm not here to defend Solomon. I'm not here to defend Dada. But all those information are what that you need to fit when you remember that you are in government. That's why you people have a cabinet meeting. You have a number of people that make up the cabinet. When you come to that security, defense, and the media, they work together. You have the number, you call the person, you leave bias, keep bias by the side, keep emotion by the side, and interrogate that person. If you cannot, call somebody that you know that he knows how to interrogate somebody. Help me call this person, help me to verify the information. There are when you will interrogate somebody, you pull out the truth from it. I mean, when they can roll a village. Oh, that is so because I happy with this struggle because many people will go this struggle because of Nima, Iku Hanoku Biafra, and I'm going to follow. Many people, GNA, how would they monetize their page? How would they will say it. Yeah, YouTube is paying me. They are about to block me. If you are doing this thing on without any condition attached, why will YouTube block your this thing and you'll be creating backup channel? So that is the little thing I want to say, that any information that anybody, any of the personnel from media get, make sure you verify the information. Me, I'm not into media. I'm not on any of what. I'm like ordinary Biafran. But the information you bring out to my disposal will motivate me. If you bring the one that will bring doubt, maybe during my anger, I might say something that will indict somebody else. That is why it's not good to say something when you are angry. So all those things are the things that government should coordinate. That is why I always advocate on this platform that it is now high time that government should have one platform, that all the media people will come there and speak for Biafra. Whenever you are done with Biafra issue, when you go to a platform, maybe you do other things. So that is the only way I'm seeing that this issue will be curtailed. You come and speak for Biafra, come. Then that media, maybe that one platform will be. Maybe as you normally do program in the morning, they will feature you in the morning. Any other person that will do program, depending on your time zone, they make it in a day. You must be there to talk. When it is one platform now, everybody will be coming there, and the view will be high. They will be paying. That's why I say, as we are in government now, let government find it right, not to, that people that are working for the Biafra, as my brother always come here every morning. It should be told, it should be made known to Biafrans that we are paying these people this amount of money. That's how to run government. Because when you tell somebody to be doing something without payment, I will be frank on it. That is when it will be easy for somebody to buy. And when you swear for that person, nothing will happen to that person. Because you'll be not been giving money to that person. But if government will maybe select media, few people, select them, and tell the Biafran that will be paying these people. And whatever information you pass across, you release to the people, you must be verified. That is when government will have the right to tell someone that what you said is wrong, and we fine you because we suspend you, or you can no longer speak for us because we are paying you. But not when people on propaganda answer all a bute. When some cable pop on platform, the caption, the caption of the news, the news. Before you know, you don't enter there. Your view don't add up. Google will pay. So let government. I know they are doing a great work, but let them add up. As we air out our opinion, they should be considering whatever we are saying. As we are in government now, let government, as they say, they want to be paying the security people. It might not be full payment, but that is when you will have the right. When the person sign a contract, I work with you, and the person will swear the oath that I will only propagate only but truth. Then the people, the media people, the people that are watching, we the public that are bringing our own public opinion. Whenever we say something, government, those bodies that is segmenting, that media that is segmenting whatever everybody is doing, they will not have the right to tell you that you do no longer speak for the government, and it will be made known to everybody, because the whole people that is contributing the money, they will be aware that anybody that is working on media, that government is paying him or her 20 naira. Government is paying him or her $20. So that is my own contribution on that side. Maybe that will help us to know how to control the media.
Thank you so much.
Or no caterpillar, whether this one or this one, everybody is right, but everybody will not be right at all times. So please, and the ones, everybody should know that as we are working on government now, government is entitled to withhold information. For the fact that information will fight the public, government will tell you not to put it out raw as it comes. It's not corruption. Because all this thing now that is happening in USA, maybe if Obama put it out or if Obama investigate it, that's what they call political will. If Obama investigate, he will indict himself. Even as they are dishing it out now, they might not do anything. Meetings will be held behind, and everything will go. And we the Africans and we the Biafrans, I've been saying it. We are the one holding ourselves. We are the one holding ourselves. It is because of this disunity that is still pulling weight among us. That is why this Biafra thing is a strong thing to get. Because if DOS, Ogenkele, and everybody will not come to terms that, okay, since we are going to this, let's get this Biafra. They will see us as one force that they will not apprehend. But because one group is speaking, and as you continue dishing out your life, you are losing members. It will be easy to be apprehended. I make them now. I chiko kwa na kasi chiko bundi doe. Make question I go to Simon. Keti bushiro dike lo golo na. O eti bushiro dike now. Kedi ya haleme. La na po somebody le kula haleme referendum. Akwa na referendum online referendum Simon leme law rubbish. Kedi ya meje me now. All these governors now let you merenta. Obuna Simon can know with us roka le kwoku. Who born them? And I want to ask people, since November 21, age is the Simon. Or the October 21, age is the Simon. See today. And we go government and we go meeting them again, my Southeast, for my releasing of Namdekan. People will not watch that. But because of how Simon was hitting them, every nook and cranny, releasing Namdekan. But since age where they oku anama ubagaloku where the tunya and them India Tutarongas and the Lekoku. Or what they make akale kwoku na get releasing na the can. But people will not see it because of their emotion and what they are into the struggle to get. So my brother, I yield here. My only advice this morning is that whatever you want to do, verify it very well. We are not into government. Make sure that whatever you bring out, not there is a logical conclusion. Now this thing is obvious. If one man send something, you really put that. And when you can hear you or send them mad. They make a development for damage control. Damage control at the home.
Thank you so much.
You know, I mean, if go a public figure, because it's equal equality. So that is only my advice this morning. I'm not here to antagonize anybody, but I mean, I've been saying it on your platform. That whatever you bring out to the public, make sure you verify it. Media, media have a very lucrative something. Because actually, no media, and where people you will be calling, you will be paying. If I say no, I'm not saying the beginning. Oh, we can send it to the same thing. We can stand a good go. We come and more data. But I demand okay, now I have every money. In program, I'll send them. Some with that in go on Kubek, what we come out to do. So anytime I send for you, you verify it. It's only with information from it. You wouldn't know if you let me. When you know that person with media personnel now leave, they got without nobody man when you have no the state. God be here, maybe you know me. It's only a devil to go give photo. I'm one of them send the years for that in Widia. If one on there and they show. I be make a takabaya and any look at I put online there. I like to watch 9 quid. One other quid, make on them, it may be different. So, from now on, you have no medication in hand is verified. Oh, will be to the better. A royal realazo, Obundaga, Snazo triple. I want the government they put it. So, the media gale Highland. Whatever men talk, let us humble Nigerian media cover Magale Kuzia. Book was sitting with Simon or not. Apart from nobody even online, even if I know my cat made Simon. A question come out when you're going to buy anything online. Oh, why you let them talk it by how much man of no problem. I did Wafi Maka. But we have the man of online, only after as a means of survivor. Who call online who in Jabata. I got come and say, many online because only when they make them. But Kaila, go. I'm running highly Okundo.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, my brother. I appreciate you for that very conclusion. And fellow Biafrans are listening, and we have had it and we have carried it along. If you can see the video I've been playing there, that video is a video of some of our Biafran brothers in Biafra land, those in the coastal region, protesting in the UK about the oil spill. This is one of those things we are saying. Some of us are just concerned about what we are going to gain, our own personal interests. This oil spill discussion has been there for many, many years. Shell has been called upon for many, many years. Sometimes they come online and they say they have given the contract for cleaning of their waste. That contract has been given to the Nigerian government on several occasions. They announced it under late Muhammad Buhari. They announced it and they say the oil spill is going to be cleaned and all that. But they will not do it. And they will never, ever do it. If you are going there to protest on Shell, you are deceiving yourself. Going to UK to protest against Shell. What protest? The only protest you are making is for them to recognize you and give you money, and the rest minute you go back home and you relax. This is one of the means of their income. All these people you see there wearing native clothes and putting tie and lining up white women around them and men to protest for cleaning of Ogoni. You cannot achieve that cleanup by this nonsense you are doing. The earlier they wake up and support their emancipation, total emancipation from the zoo, then we can do the cleanup by ourselves. You are talking about cleanup while Shell is still there, destroying and extorting you on a daily basis. You're only focused on what you're going to get for yourself. That is what they are doing. When they come for this rally and protest, and then the next day they pay the people off and everybody go by their businesses and go by their ways. Nigerian government, we have seen them. This system is what is working for them. Those who call themselves are leaked, those who claim to be speaking for, they are speaking for nobody, for themselves. This Shira they call a protest has already been happening. Going to London to protest. And I ask you, how many times have Shell come to say, or Nigerian government have said they signed an agreement for the cleanup? The Ogoni cleanup has not happened up to today. They are still protesting. Look at them in London protesting about the cleanup. Shell clean up or pay up. When you see this Shell own up, clean up, pay up, it is to pay them. And once they will not even do own up, they will not own up, and they will not do the clean up. The only place they will go is to pay up. Who are they going to pay up? They will pay up to these people now who are here protesting, who are here wearing native. These people who you see their lineup, both the white and black among them, you see there, just for their own personal interest. But when we tell this our brothers, the only thing we have to face is the pursuit of our independence. Complete independence from the zoo. Then with the cleanup we've done, in less than 1 year, all this will be over. But they will always pursue their own personal interests. But I believe we have come to the end of the road, because today, a lot of Biafrans in that very coastal region know that there is no hope in this nonsense they are doing here. Many people in the coastal region are formidable in this very struggle, and they are doing what they're supposed to do, pursuing the absolute independence of their own nation. It is not about region. It is about our collective interests for Biafra to be free. Once Biafra is free, there is no minority in Biafra. Every region will use their resources to develop themselves. You will do the cleanup yourself. You don't need to beg somebody to come and clean up your land. You don't need to beg anybody. You don't need to need any company that will not abide by your rule. You tell them to quit and they exit, and that is it. You don't need to be begging. Every day you are begging. You have been begging from the time of sorrow you were up to this time. Many Biafrans have lost their life begging, and you want us to continue to beg. It is a shame. We are not part of this nonsense, and we will not be part of it. The criminality and the crime of Shell and the British in Biafra land is very open. It's very clear and open. It's not hidden. And there's no amount of cry you cry to them. That the only thing they do is that the group of people who come to speak, they'll give them money and they will disappear. Tomorrow, another set will come and begin to talk about the same thing. We are not part of this nonsense. All we want is total and absolute independence, and for us to be free. My beloved brother Greg, I know you're still there. Sorry for keeping for so long. Go ahead, and my brother Greg, and speak and conclude on your former line of thought and expand it to the areas you want to touch. My brother Greg, are you there?
Yes, thank you.
Go ahead, my brother.
You know, I thank God you touched this this video. As I'm just facing this and watching it, I'm just laughing. I said, these people, they are still remain where they are. So, you know, if you remember my last this thing before one of our brothers speak and according what come and make his own thought as well. If you remember, I said I am still angry for Jonathan, and I don't know if I can forgive Jonathan and Obi. You know, people continue asking me every time I raise this issue. They will ask me, but Jonathan was a good man, Jonathan was Democrat, Jonathan was this, Jonathan was that. Choose. If your father's house is a mud house, and you are in a position, and you left your father's mud house and went to start building mansion in another person's house, knowing fully well that you don't have your own life in your own hand. The people we are living in their land, the Oyiwe people say charity begins at home. That is a very good English. Jonathan was in power for 6 good years. 6 good years. The only thing that they can say Jonathan did is Jonathan buried Ojukwu. Jonathan buried Ojukwu, give Ojukwu national burial. Apart from that, from Otuoke to every part of Biafra land where they have oil, there is no single place Jonathan put any of his signature. Not even single one. That they will say this is one thing that we use to remember Jonathan in power. So these people are protesting here in London. Choose. Tell me how it could have been if Asadu Kubo today stand on his feet and say, I am standing for Biafra, Biafra, with all this his might. Tell me how it would have been if Tompolo stand on his feet and say, I am standing for Biafra. At a point, Simon Ekpa said, don't stand for Biafra. Get up and stand for if it is what do you call it, a generation you want. Get up and stand for that generation. Let your people be free and let us be free.
Stand for it.
They all go and sign contract with the federal government. After the people sign contract to kill his blood, he was bold enough to say, Buhari signed me a contract.
Give him a contract.
Give me a contract. The contract they gave to him was to come to the Igbo people in Wike and kill the Igbos in Obi Igbo.
Yes.
And sign contract and go to Imo State and kill the Igbos. And to borrow some billions. And the contract is for him to
use the use of the word, that word, use spy people.
Yes.
Because of their limits.
Okay, to spy people. You know. So he used it and went to his blood and started spying them. Tom Pologa signed contract and using his young youth, this youth that these people are protecting for that are dying from polluted water. He went and signed contract of billions. He has ships. And his people are dying in millions in his land, in his community, in his villages, in his kingsmen. They all buying like a chicken that contracted disease in their farm. And they don't care. Look at his men in London protesting, surely clean up. which he knew that is impossible. Shell had put their this in Nigeria to sell for how many billions? So that and that trap, they said it for 1 or 2 Igbo man. Why didn't Dangote buy that shell? Why didn't Dangote buy that shell company? Because they know what they did. They knew what they did. That any person that buy that shell, the amount of the evil they have committed in the Biafra land, the money they are putting that shell cannot clean that place. Otherwise, Dangote must have bought it. That shell. So that is what these people. When I look at them, I say I don't know why we have anything in common with these people. Honestly, I used to regret it. I'm sorry to say it. Because how can somebody be so wicked that he cannot stand up and fight for his people? How could he imagine where Nnamdi is there, Simon Ekpan is there, Tom Polo is there, also the good boy is there? They stand on their feet. Do you think that this thing will last for 1 year and everybody will be free?
Absolutely.
Instead, they prefer those billions of contracts they gave to them. And they will go and start this one buying the ship. He's not using that billion that they are paying him to develop his people. Instead, he will use it to buy youth to go and buy in defending in Nigerian pipeline. You see? And the same evil people called Nigeria will send the military who will come and kill them, most of them, when they are doing this oil bunkering. They will be killing them with the Fulanis. The same them that are giving contract will still use their military to come and do this oil bunkering and kill those young men. And Tom Polo is proud to receive such contracts. And his people are dying in this thing. What would they use to remember Tom Polo? And the people, anytime they show him on television, whatever, he is doing bad there. He will see millions of them. They will do Bambiana, he dash them peanut, they will be dying. That is the only thing that separates a lot of people from the so-called Igbo-speaking Biafra. As he happens with all his billions now, maybe it's only people that will receive bread from his hand. Everybody will say, go to hell with your bread. Because if I be like Ates, is that evil? So that spirit is supposed to be in every Biafran. Not somebody coming here to protest. They will dash you. If they give him now, give him 1 jeep. Tomorrow he will not come out again to protest. And his people will be dying. So these are not the kind of people any person that sees them should not pity them. Because they are not serious. This man is standing in London now. If you ask him, what are you doing to make sure that Biafra come? He will tell you, no, I'm not Biafra. Yeah. And he think that if he protests from now to Dunkin' how do you people say it? That these people will come and clean up a job. Have you been to that side in the first place? If you go that side, you will pity yourself. You will pity yourself, and you imagine, this is the place that all these people that they come from. And then when you tell them, they think that if Biafra come, the Biafra is coming for the Igbos. Coming to the reality, if the Igbos said today, we don't want to Biafra, and we want only ourselves to settle, let us be one Nigeria, none of them will be in the next 20 to 30 years. I'm telling you, these people, you will pity them. I'm telling you. That is the fact, but they don't know. So it's a pity. It's a pity that none of them are standing up. For me, some of them are doing, but they're not doing enough. They're not doing enough to come out from this thing. To come out from this kind of self-pity, because I call it self-pity. Is King Charles who will come and clean that water for him? Or is it the Prime Minister of Britain will come and clean that place for me? It's not possible. So they will do it yourself. This is what we will do, and the government cannot do it, and nobody will do it except when we stand up to do those things on our own. So when they tell them to come and fight for Biafra, they say they think the fighting for Biafra is fighting for the Igbo people to survive. The Igbos are fighting for them to survive. That's what they're supposed to know. Because when it touches them, it touches us as well. That is the fact. Your neighbor is your brother. See? So that is my take on this very protest. They are not serious. That is my message to them. So, yeah, what can we say? There is so many things to talk about. That is the fact. So much things. But my advice to everybody is let everybody have focus. The things you put out in the media are supposed to be the things that will bring us high, not the thing that will bring us down. The thing that will make the world to know that we are serious. The things that will make the world that we are not turning our gun to ourselves. The things that will make the world to know that indeed we are really serious to go. So that is my message to these people. So let them change and repent. Let them change and repent. That is my message to these people that want to grab power by all means. Let them change and repent. When they refused, then I don't know what will be their end, because some of them think that Biafra will not come. It will definitely come. The only thing they are doing, it can only make it to delay a little bit, but will it come? Surely it will definitely come, because I don't think somebody, as you are coming here every morning to do all things, you are just coming for mere sake coming. You have many other things you can go and do. But you are coming because it is your mind every day. You sleep, you dream, you eat, is for you to achieve your purpose. You cannot just be coming out here in vain. That is my prayer every day. That God will not allow all this stress, all this suffer, all this obarana wufu to be in vain. The time for it to be in vain has gone. So it's for God to know that these people indeed, they didn't want to be free. And my prayer is that God will bring that freedom faster as we expected. That is my prayer every day. And I thank you so much for your good work. And yeah, may God be your strength and many more to all the Biafrans. That is my prayer this morning. So thank you so much, and God bless you.
Bless you too, my beloved brother Greg. I thank you so much for your contribution to this very channel. You've been very, very outspoken in the issue of Biafra here, and you've been doing very well in helping us to pass this message. Your message is straight and direct. Every one of us, we have one mission, and our mission is to present Biafra before the whole world, to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. We are representing the United States of Biafra, speaking on behalf of the Biafran people. Our purpose of being online on a daily basis is to speak and tell the world what is happening, to tell our story, and also to direct Biafrans so that Biafrans are not misled. It is very important that we continue to do so. It does not matter what people think. It does not matter what our enemies are doing. It does not matter how they try to dilute our message and try to paint us evil. The distraction they are bringing, the lies, propaganda, and blackmail they are bringing, that will not stop us from pursuing the truth. That will not stop us from speaking the fact. We will continue to propagate the gospel of Biafra. We will continue to say the truth and nothing but the truth. And wherever you are and you have decided to be part of this message, please do not retreat and do not surrender. No matter the obstructions you see, no matter the trials and temptation, it is not going to be easy. It has never, ever been easy at any point in time. Today, you can see our Supreme Leader Mazen Nande Kanu in the forefront fighting for Biafra. Our Sudan Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the forefront taking the bullet for us. The same thing today. Our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa internationally taking the bullet for you and I. He has given up everything, all his career in Finland, Europe for a very long time. Today he put it on the line for your own sake, for my own sake. The challenges he's facing today is not because of himself. It is because of you. Because of our collective interest, our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa put his career on the line. A career that he has built, took him time to build. A career that he has built, something that is the wish and the dream of so many people. That this is their prayer point. Their prayer point is to have a career internationally that will make them who they are. But you have seen our brother, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, put everything on the line today for our sake, and he has been restricted all this while. And you see the propaganda that they are pushing against him, the attack against him and his personality. The same way today, you have seen our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, today putting herself in the front line, and you are seeing the bullet on her. She's taking the bullet on daily basis, even from fellow Biafrans. It is a very difficult journey, and all we need now is your support. The Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, needs your support. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, needs your support. Our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, need your support. They need your prayers. They have put everything on the line for us, and we must have to support them the best way we can. It is the pursuit of our collective interest, not a selfish interest. It is not a personal interest, not just a personal interest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, or Dr. NgoziOrabueze. It is about you and I. That thing that connects us, the pursuit for freedom. We must continue to stand up and pursue it until the last day. Today is Monday, and Biafran people are sitting at home. I have shown the evidence of the sit at home. As always, we are not retreating. Biafrans are increasing in their effort, sitting at home against all odds, against everything that they are throwing at us. Biafrans never retreat. Millions of Biafrans today are ready and willing to go home. Remember, in our referendum, more than 50 million people cast their vote and say they are willing to go. And they gave that mandate to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And through that mandate, which was also permitted and handed over to the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, she made the declaration on the 29th of November, 2024. From then onwards, we have become a free nation, United States of Biafra. Today, we are pursuing and fighting for recognition and full restoration on the ground. It will cost money, it will cost time, it will cost effort. Every one of us have to continue to put our effort the best way we can. Wherever you find yourself, where you're working, if you're operating in the media, operate very fine and work for the interests of the Biafran people and our nation, Biafra. If you're working in any area that you are supporting, any department where you are working, either in prayers, in financial department, wherever, whatever area you are supporting, please do it diligently as if you are doing it for your own. It is our own work and we have to do it and do it perfectly. I appreciate everyone that have participated on the program today. I thank you for your effort. Thank you for your support. And before we go, I want us to listen to this message that was delivered by the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. It's a very important message, and I want us and the people of the world that are watching us, everyone that is watching this platform today, if you have not liked and shared this program, please do it now. Do it now. Like and share so that one person will get this information at least from you. Let us hear from the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, before we end the program.
Indictment or anything, because we know our Prime Minister didn't do anything wrong. He is doing exactly what we are doing. All the killings that the Southeast and South delegitimized governors are doing, that is what our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was preventing. That is what Nnamdi Kanu was preventing. And the whole world have seen how Finland took away our Prime Minister. And within that period, Hundreds of innocent Biafrans have been murdered by Christopher Musa and Tinubu using the reintegrated terrorists that are imported into the Nigeria territory. That is what is going on. And that is something that Biafrans have risen up and said, no more. So we are still waiting for Finland to accuse our prime minister of anything. They've held our prime minister, going to almost 3 months now, 90 days. He did not commit any crime. But from what Finland has done, we have now discovered there is a history of what Finland is doing to suppress Christians, to suppress freedom of speech, and to destroy innocent Biafrans using the globalist agenda, which Finland is part of right now. That is what Finland is doing. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has not committed any crime. You put him away now, going to 3 months, because you partner with Nigerian state, a terrorist state that have very, very low score and record in human rights. Finland is now part of that. That is exactly what they are doing. How else could one explain holding our prime minister for almost 90 days without indicting him yet? You isolate him. You want to break him psychologically. And you think we are just going to sit down and watch you and your cohorts in Nigeria. Your cohorts in Nigeria, they will get it real hard. It's a promise. It's a promise. Because at the end of the day, we know this battle between Nigeria and Finland and Biafra, we are going to see how it's going to end up. So we heard that some of the items they took from the prime minister, they are returning them. They are yet to send out any indictment. The one that we saw, I think last week, where they now said that it has something to do with a charge on the use of a name like Masters of Law, something like that. We understood that that is not true. That there's no charge like that. Maybe some nonsensical press inside Finland, those that hate us and hate our prime minister, working inside Finland, they are the one that published that, and we're told to just neglect that, because all of us were waiting on Monday for Finland to charge our prime minister for the Master of Law case. We didn't see anything. And again, what Finland is doing is unacceptable. We have those innocent Biafrans that they picked up with our prime minister. They are still in bondage in Finland. Those innocent individuals can still not use their bank account, can still not get a job, can still not do so many things inside Finland. And some of them, they have their name on the terrorist list by the Finland government. How can you put somebody's name in a terrorist list and you've not even indicted that person as a terrorist? What country does that? You've not gone through the normal process of law. You've not proven that these innocent Biafrans, that they are terrorists. You, Finland government, you went and put the name of these innocent Biafrans under the terrorist list. Why should you do that? And you think the world does not know what you are doing? You think Donald Trump does not know what you are doing? You've not charged somebody as a terrorist. Now you put the name anywhere they go in Finland, anything they seek for is being denied because the Finland government has put their name on the terrorist list without even indicting them. How can we say the world, we want to make the world a better place, when we have country leaders that are criminals, criminalizing innocent citizens, and they are the heads of governments? And you think you will go free? Thank you so much. You can go ahead. Foreign.
My fellow Biafrans, I'm sorry. I think I didn't know that it was muted. Sorry for the sound. It was muted. I didn't know I muted it. I was speaking and nobody was hearing. You have heard from our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi in her speech. She had made it very, very clear on how things are to be. You have heard from her. That is the latest information on our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. What you just heard from her is the latest information. And everyone that is watching, you must have to pay attention, listen, and don't follow rumors and propaganda. I think we have one person, the last person, I think, Ekwenche, you are just coming late. We are rounding up before I just saw your request. So let's give you some few minutes. So give us your line of thought before we round up. Go ahead, Okwenche.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm really glad that more often you come out and brief people. I will caution that you check your site, because earlier comments I wrote are not there. So somebody must be playing pranks with your site, just to let you know. Okay? So, just to let you know, we must move on. We are behind USB. We are behind fully 100% behind USB, behind Dr. Orabueze today. Okay? And nothing can dissuade us from this. As you may know, Ekwenche went to ICC. Okay? If you go to our site, you see details. And we went with detailed information on the crimes against humanity.
That's right.
I will also caution that others disregard whatever Ogenkere and the criminal Nigeria are doing. They are not for Biafra. They have been paid to scuttle Biafra, but they will not succeed. I bet you that. The move for Biafra did not start today. I want you to go to www.ekwenche.org and see the people behind the move for Biafra. Okay? It didn't start today. It didn't start this year. It didn't start. It has started a long time ago. Okay? As a matter of fact, Ekwenche questioned Obasanjo in 1999. Okay? About allowing Sharia in Nigeria. And I want you to go to BBC. So we are not here talking about, we are talking about survival of a people.
Absolutely.
Okay? We're talking about total, we are not going to change our custom because our custom is built on truth. Our custom is built on love. Our custom is built on taking care of everybody. So it's not, we are not going to change whatever our forefathers left for us. We don't want to talk details on Biafra. Biafra was the first federated state in the world, the first federated state without wars in the world. For people who want to know, Biafra is not today. Ojukwu declared Biafra without even knowledge, without knowing more on what he was declaring. Okay? So please, we have more to speak on this. We're just keeping it quiet. But Biafra, we know what is happening. We know the fight. Eventually, people will know the fight. But just go to our site and see and get some details. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you for that very amazing speech you have just made. And I believe my fellow Biafrans are listening. Every one of us, go and look up Ekweche and the informations. Just as we always say, this platform, information is power. Try as much as possible to get information and know things you do not know. Biafra is much more bigger than you think it is. That is when you see people coming out to claim to know all and know this and know that, you know nothing yet. Until when you begin to dig deep, you understand that you know nothing. So I appreciate you, my blood brother Ekwenche, for that very contribution you have made on the platform. Thank you so much, and we expect to see you more in the time to come. Thank you so much. So my fellow Biafrans, we are going to round up on the program now. We are closing up. We have been here for 4 hours on this program, and we are going to continue tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Every morning, we are always here from 8:30 to 9 p.m. We start our program, and we'll spend at least 2 hours. Today, we are here almost 4 hours. So join us on a daily basis. Make sure you invite someone to join on the platform and share the program to everyone that is close to you. It is important. Make sure you bring at least one person when you are coming to the program so that we can be able to expand our bounds and continue to preach this very message. Radical evangelism, that is one of the things we are ordered to engage in. For us to do it effectively, everybody has to participate. I appreciate you, and I pray that may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafran wherever you are. May Chukwu come and guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. May Chukwu come and guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Eba. May Chukwu come and guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much, and I will see you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Stay blessed, and see you next time.
Oh, Mama Biafra, where you dey? We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want am strong. We Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Biafra.